Welcome everybody to the West, the Dishonored RPG campaign that we run Wednesday evenings, Tuesday, it's Tuesday.
Tuesday evenings
At around 7 o'clock, but we're doing it a little late this time because we've got desserts and fruits and
We're
pie.
irregular.
Yeah. Okay, so last session, you all had a lot of conversations. You all were flying towards Jessamine, responding to, first off, being hunted down in Sunline, and second off, a lead that Protector LG had said that he had tracked down in Jessamine. So while on the way over there, you guys had a void ritual thing going on. Sab kind of relapsed
Went
to a past self. Berserked. Went on an attempted rampage, but thankfully didn't really go so well. For him, that is. After that led to an interrogation, a bit of a confrontation, and an ultimatum. After that, you all landed in Jessamine and made your way pretty much to the Protector's house, facility, place. It's kind of just a hovel. Safe place for them to be.
It's their hidey hole.
Yeah, their hidey hole. Perfect.
Ranch-style house in the country.
It honestly is probably ranch style. Just because it's one floor, it has a big basement, and it's very wide. So, at least in shape, that is what it is like. So, if I remember correctly, the last thing you all were doing was preparing to head into town to maybe do some shopping.
I believe Barrett had just found something on the undercarriage of the cart.
That's right. Yes, you found some weapons and a strange cylindrical object that you can't quite identify.
Yep. I'm left it under there for later.
All right. Useful. Okay, so remind me, who else going on this trip
Sab's
to
going.
town?
Everyone.
Yeah, okay, good.
Group trip.
I don't think any of the protectors are going with, are they?
LG offered to drive us.
Okay, all right. Makes sense.
Grounder just took off on his
That's true. He just left
motorcycle?
on the monocycle.
motorcycle.
Yeah.
So it's like a unicycle, but with an engine.
More like it's a big, giant wheel the person's sitting in.
Oh,
Mm,
that.
that's considerably cooler.
Yeah.
That is cool.
More like, I don't know, General Grievous thing.
General
This-
Grievous.
Yeah, but no
Yeah.
claws or anything.
Thank goodness.
Those actually existed in our world, but I'll let you look up the pictures for that. They're quite cool. I look up monocycle and just a bunch of unicycles come up. No,
I mean, to be fair, it's the same prefix.
Yeah,
it
they
is.
mean the same thing.
Yeah,
Possibly in different languages. I don't know.
good question.
Regardless,
So are you all ready to head on out to the city?
we probably should as soon as possible.
Could I ask you guys what you're looking for? Is this for like the whole plan for tomorrow?
Partially.
Well, I mean, we might have some stuff here. We just not want not.
I need paint.
I mean,
Do you have that here? Yeah, I didn't
Well,
think so.
Psych probably has some, actually. I mean,
I
his
have
inventions.
specific ones that I want.
Okay, so like, probably not metallic paints, huh?
No, probably not.
Okay. All right, paint. Anything else?
I'm thinking it's time for me to get a suit and also a suitcase.
We'll
Big
probably
life
better pick up
choices.
something that'd be appropriate to wear to something like Mr. Tabin's party.
Yeah, I should probably get something myself too. No, I'm good. But okay, so you guys are just getting a hat. Well, there are plenty of hats here. I mean, Tepin's whole deal is he's like this textiles king. So there's plenty of clothiers here in Jessamine.
Think it'd stroke his ego to have one of us show up in one of his hats?
Maybe he's honestly less of like a designer and more of just a businessman. So, I mean, his stuff is kind of cheap, but
While we're in town, actually, I'd probably better stop by Marie Atkinson's as well.
the gun maker?
Mhm.
You need a gun?
Client of mine.
That's ominous.
So-
That's the card.
you
I'm
sure
telling
you want to go
my
there?
Music and
Well, it's
background. Okay, I'm sorry. I've got a whole diatribe to go on, but like,
fair enough. All right. Well, then off we go. And he's going to have to make a check for handling these animals.
What if he does it poorly?
That's a good question.
The whole session.
Derailed.
Right. Derailed. Here we go. Into the
It just
jungle.
crashes. Okay, you guys
Crashes. Okay.
Complications.
Journal.
Three dice.
Forest.
He didn't even roll 3 dice.
Okay, yeah, that's one success. He's good. All right, he needed one success though, so good. It's a pretty quick trip back into the city. I think I described it last session as mostly brick, so by the time you all would get into the city, it would be fairly bumpy in the carriage, but at least it isn't as crammed as it was last time. So, where do you all want to go first?
Get paint.
Let's get paint. I mean,
Well, I mean, you could get clothes at like a. There might be some sort of department store that might have paint and that, but
How well do you know Jasmine?
like the back of my hand.
So where would you recommend to get something like what we need for tomorrow?
How fancy.
I'm talking bougie. Spending this money, and I got one life to live, and this is something that I've always wanted to do: is buy a nice suit,
Okay.
Whatever's
like a really nice
So
suit,
top notch.
whatever's appropriate for the gathering at Mr. Tevin's.
like
Um,
possibly spend too much money on this.
I mean, like top notch. We're going above 1,000 notes. Is that fine with you all?
No.
I do not
Whatever's
have that much
appropriate
money.
for Mr. Tevin's. We're gonna have to get something that elaborate.
Well, honestly, I think his whole at a party like this, it's better to be eclectic than fancy. So I
Manageable amount.
probably suggest not spending too much money on something that's just classy. Maybe get something out there.
So where would we go for something out there in Jasmine?
That one I don't know, because it's more of a custom thing that he might be going for. But you could probably get something to work with. Probably at this place that I have written down on page flipping 27 of my lore document.
Oh, a minute.
Oh, I apologize. It was actually page 18.
How dare you?
Well, I mean, we can go to Strickland and Company. They've probably got the biggest variety of items there. You could probably get everything you need. If you want to look a little bit more eclectic, maybe you could like get some alterations done or something on what you buy here. It's a pretty catch-all store, but
I guess we
Should
need
work.
something to do over the next day anyway, right?
yeah, there you go. All right. So he would take you to Strickland and Company in what is actually called the Spinner's Ward as a part of Jessamine. They're big on textiles here, so this is a good place to go. I do not know what exactly 1800s department stores look like, but I know they existed, like Sears and Roebuck. But
They probably sent out catalogs.
they did send out catalogs. That's right.
And be very excited.
Yes.
Mm.
Catalogs are fun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But Strickland and Co. is actually probably 2 stories. It's pretty big for a random town in the middle of Pandysia, that is. Maybe not for those of you that are from Dunwall or Alba or Windown. But pretty big nonetheless. It's got lots of windows, and you'll see plenty of mannequins inside donning various clothes that may or may not work for you all. I'll keep that in mind.
That's just me.
He's got a thing against anything that looks like it should be able to move but can't.
Really?
Because it feels like it can.
Yeah.
So that's
And then when it
animatronics,
does, but when it
dolls,
does, then it's fine, right?
automatons.
Oh,
No.
dummies?
That
Yeah,
should.
some dummies.
Yeah.
Mannequins. Yeah. So, okay. The animatronic Santa is what caused this. Well, actually, it was probably animatronic Halloween stuff. But that's a whole story.
Mm.
Animatronic Santa was one of my particular fears.
I mean, I'd be pretty scared of Robo Santa too if I met him.
I'm still pretty freaked out by Robo Santas.
Mm.
I'll keep that in mind.
I'm just creeped out by Santas in general.
The
I'll
mall
keep that in mind.
Santas,
No, no thanks.
it's like,
No.
hey, that's a stranger. Sit on their lap, small child.
Okay. I feel like this is contradictory to what other safety information you've told me. Yeah.
It really is.
All right.
Anyways.
So, this story is not like a full service, like someone, goes to you and is like, oh, how can I help you? No, it's pretty busy. You can see wide variety of departments within the department store. So, probably for the sake of haste, I'm going to go ahead and probably charge you for your things. Unless any of you are very keen on having me roleplay a tailor.
Well, Lee's just gonna go to Sab and say, "All right, Sab,
Mhm.
anything you take, you have to pay for it. I'll be watching you."
I have money. Want me to steal? What are you... He goes off. I'd say Sab is looking for a very specific thing because again, this
Okay.
is something that he wants to do.
What are you
So
looking for?
if he's basically this nice coat, and actually he's looking probably for those things and a few things to like then you can kind of add on. So a few basically like coat, nice shirt, nice tie. Let's see, there's like these like high collars and stuff so he's kind of looking for those.
Yeah.
The dramatic color.
Shoes.
We're getting closer to the winter months, so there would probably be a fair amount of overcoats and high-collared coats out there. Also, Dishonored loves high collars for some reason.
Because they're
And-
great.
Yeah, so he's going for red stuff and gold stuff and black stuff.
Okay.
And they probably grabs they have to get at least some materials and like some sewing stuff to add some things
Mm-hmm.
because he will patiently do whatever it takes to get
Okay.
this.
All
And
right.
then he goes and would there be a suitcase here?
Oh, absolutely.
Okay.
Yeah.
And he gets
Lots of travelers going everywhere that need to.
he would
throw
probably
stuff
look
there.
around for one that has like a locker,
Combination lock.
combination lock.
Yeah.
That's-
Okay.
Yeah.
The
Yes.
funniest part is to just take one suitcase really bad.
This is a big thing. He's
like a
never
rite of
needed a
passage.
suitcase before.
No.
He's never had that
I'm
much.
traveling
No, traveling man.
with worldly possessions. I use a suitcase.
He's grown up so fast.
I think my dad probably had one of these at one point. That means that
I'm a man now.
Yes. There you go. Go ahead and make a study check for them deals.
You want to just roll my dice and then take yours out after? Oh no, you got him. I will blank it once I'm not scared of ruining my math.
Oh,
right.
that's really good, Levi. Very nice. You made that just today, didn't you?
well, it was over the course of
Yeah.
2 days.
Okay.
Yeah,
I did all of the painting today, but
I suspected yesterday that it wouldn't
Okay,
have come in time. So I heard
Yeah,
one
so
from
he
Levi.
gets 2 successes.
Two successes.
The paper mache is ideally supposed to
Alright.
be right overnight, so I let it do that. Otherwise, it could have been like
So,
sticky on the
Everything
inside.
that you're looking for, including suitcase, including clothes,
Mhm.
cost you around 200 notes total.
Okay. And it all is like enough they could put together and it could look very nice.
Yeah, I'd say so.
Okay.
You're buying a hat as well, aren't you?
No, that was Barrett that mentioned that, right?
Yeah. He
Right, but I also
would
saw
you-
your drawing though.
Yeah, I guess he's also looking for a good fancy hat.
Those will probably cost you 5 to 10, varying on niceness.
um
And you're looking for a top hat, right?
yeah.
Okay.
Look for a big old in your face Mad Hatter top hat. There we go. This one. Okay, so we're gonna cut all this is 200 and then it's this much and then I double everything because okay then he has that. Gives up that is the 200.
Bookkeeping,
Okay.
part of D&D and other role
Part of
plays that we didn't
D&D.
think we'd be doing,
All right, and then a hat.
but we really
Oh,
are.
one of his sacred
Just wait until the
coins.
tax man finds you.
It looks
Mess with taxes and budget.
Okay.
Meanwhile, in an RPG,
Um,
oh, here's my beautifully laid out budget that I spent 30 hours on this week.
All right.
And then you're like, you know what? I don't have time.
Okay. So then hat. So what was the scaling?
5 to 10.
Yeah, he'll
You're
just
pretty
go with-
cheap.
He'll just go with 10.
Okay. Fancy.
He actually turns the Heisel. Could I have 10?
Sure.
Yeah. Okay. He basically takes out all his region coins, all of his banknotes, Heisel's stuff. He's ready to pay for this.
Is he spending everything he has on this?
Yeah, pretty much.
Buddy.
YOLO.
I'm sorry. I thought I was giving a pretty fair price for.
No, Sav is.
All your money is a
Poor.
pretty fair price for nice.
He
Yeah.
still actually has quite a bit of money, but they're imperial coins, and he doesn't want to get rid of them.
Oh, yeah.
So,
Those-
yeah.
those are quite nice.
All right, so he has everything,
All right.
and he probably just shoves all that stuff.
Are you wearing. What mask are you wearing? If you are all intending to go into this party with masks.
Oh, of course.
I mean, he's got a mask.
Okay. That works.
great for Corvo.
I know.
Probably gonna
yeah.
shine it up.
They're like, wow, that's amazing.
I'll say he has
Visionary.
the
It looks just
sewing
like that one
stuff
guy.
and some things to
I
like
definitely wasn't invited.
sew on like buttons and shiny stuff, but then also probably some polish. So he has just a
I'll go ahead and throw that
clothes,
in. You got
and
that.
then like a bag of
Yeah.
make it
Make it
what he
yourself.
wants.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How much would a mask cost?
Okay, masks. Unfortunately, here there wouldn't be any like very unique. There may be. Are they called opera masks? Just like the pretty average, less shaped than that, but like just covering the top half, and eye holes, pretty much.
Maybe opera mask.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So they might have some basic ones of those.
For how much?
Those would probably cost you 20 notes, probably.
I think Lee's gonna pick one of those up.
Okay.
It's kind of on the edge for how ridiculous he wants to look, but
If it's required as the
The
listed.
dress code.
yeah.
Just imagine Barrett holding a massive rifle and like in a straight up uniform, and then there's like this bright yellow thing with these big feathers on his face. And you're like, I was required to wear a mask.
I was
Also,
told that this
are there any
was
slouch hats
propriety.
here?
Okay. I don't know what that is, but
It's
probably.
it's like a hat with the brim folded up on one side.
What did you call it?
Slouch hat.
Oh.
I don't know why I'm looking this up and all I'm getting are beanies.
Nope.
Oh. Yeah, like the ones that like the Anzacs wore?
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. Yes. There's a lot of those and 10 gallons and so many kinds of Western hats. Flat caps. So yeah,
Yeah.
there's
He wants one of those.
okay. Those are probably a good durable genuine leather one would probably run you 10 notes probably.
Alright, he's getting one of these as well.
All right, is that all you're getting?
That's all he's getting.
All right, excellent. Anything else, folks?
Paint.
Paint. Okay. I'm confident there are paints in the store, but I don't know what the nature of them would be. Like I know that you're looking for very specific paints, aren't you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You could always roll a check.
Yeah, rule of study check.
I would say just
Throw on your paint focus.
there is
You know your stuff.
like one of them that I suspect might be less common.
Yeah.
But I'm specifically trying to get Paris green as one of them,
Okay.
which is like one specific pigment.
Okay.
Oh, a critical success. And another success.
Oh.
Dang. There you go.
I'm good at that.
Interesting.
Not paints.
Okay.
Trained for this your whole life.
Yes, you do find Paris green. You go straight to the supplies aisle that would have that sort of thing, and you find everything you need. Whole kit will probably cost you with Paris green probably 25 notes.
Okay.
See, now the ambiance is good. No, that's not like directly ominous.
Holding my
Oh, you
tongue.
should not have made that purchase.
Mhm.
Well, it just
Watch it.
knows why I wanted the Paris screen.
I
Yeah.
also.
I just looked that up and I'm like,
Yeah.
neat.
Do you see why I wanted Paris green specifically?
Yeah, given that people that look up Paris green also search for DDT and arsenic trioxide.
Yeah.
Interesting.
So I will say the pigment was in our history. There was a time that it was used for paint,
Hmm.
and then there was a time it was used as rat poison.
Wow. There you go.
So yeah,
And a blue colorant for fireworks.
that's nice too.
There you
I am really nervous.
Oh, you should be.
Definitely. But it's a good.
But hey,
He's on our side.
hey,
Like, yeah.
I don't know,
All-
but Lee doesn't know what the paint can be used for. So
It's not, and it is just paint.
yeah,
It's just paint,
He does paint a lot. It makes sense for him to have paint.
and he also uses it as paint because it's also just a really nice green,
yeah,
There you go.
multi-purpose.
All right. How's it going?
yep.
Yes, sir.
What are you getting?
Costuming stuff for tomorrow. Or whenever the
Okay.
party is.
I think a mask like that would probably be. You couldn't get that in a department store. I'm sorry.
That's fine. I will go on after the Marie Atkinson conversation and look further.
Okay.
Couldn't Anton make something like that?
Anton?
I don't know. Maybe
Yeah.
it depends on the materials. Like the one that was ordered is like wire, I think.
Metal.
That one might be a bit outside
Yeah,
of his abilities.
Probably.
Because he hasn't worked with metal, I'd say.
Yeah. You probably have luck looking at like an antique store or other what do you call them? Knick-knack stores. That sort of thing. Or getting it custom made somewhere, which is what the fancy normal guests do. Just hire an artist to make it. Yeah, there you go.
An artist to make your fancy mask, because all artists love to make fancy masks.
Mm-hmm. All right. So, Rachel, what are you getting at the store other than the mask?
Again, costuming stuff. So like dress and something to spice it up with, and a couple other accoutrements.
All right. Make a study check.
Aim Rand on the inside.
Wow.
I looked at excerpt from Unrand, and and then it came up with a PDF with I think it was John
printed it.
Galt's speech.
Made him do a paper mache mask.
Yeah.
That's what
I
I'm
thought it
considering
was
doing my
dramatic.
capstone on. That's why it's funny.
That's so funny.
To explain.
I like how you
the
could
audience
recognize
at home.
it too. You're like, this is John Galt.
Sorry.
A couple of us have decided.
Yeah.
Oh, hey, look, there's John.
A couple of
Levi.
us have decided to dress up for tonight's party episode, and as a part of that, Levi, playing Anton, has made a couple of paper mache masks.
Mhm.
And I've been trying to read the text on the inside of my mask and have been seeing some familiar words and phrases, and only now realized he printed out an excerpt from Ayn Rand, who I'm considering doing my capstone on, and tore that up and put it on the inside of the mask.
So I covered up mine, but
That's awesome.
What's funny is that mine is actually also, ironically, and accidentally thematic because
Okay.
it's homework that I had printed off and then later, reprinted because I had made some mistakes.
Mhm.
So this is engineering homework.
There you go.
That's
Engineering
excellent.
solves practical problems.
Paper mache.
Mm-hmm. Excellent.
I'm sorry, I'm so distracted. I can't get over this.
All right. So all of that would probably. Oh no, study check.
Study check, okay. Anything like perception that I can apply to that?
Yeah. There's no shopping focus, so sure, perception works.
I could
You
invent
could
one.
create one.
Wait a second. Yeah, there's a shopping focus.
There is?
There's like haggling, and I'm quite certain there's some sort of like merchant or.
Well, at any rate, that's 2 successes.
Okay, yeah. That'll cost you probably for a brand new dress and accoutrement. Probably run you, I'll say 75 notes.
Okay. I'm content with that.
Will they have anything like this?
That is definitely a more unique take.
You can come shopping after the Marie Atkinson thing. I can find masks.
I'm good.
I'm kind
It'll
of
be good.
Lee's mask.
given the fact that you
Lee's
made
mask is
these.
just his faceless white mask.
I'm definitely
with
not gonna
eyelids.
say like you can't find these. Like you literally made the masks. Of course I'm gonna give you them. So,
Yeah.
but it just seems a little weird. Like going to your department store to get your cattle feed and your guns, and it's just like, oh yes, look, a butterfly mask. Lovely. Thanks, Sears Roebuck. But
So
Not Party
thematic.
City. Actually, I
Right.
don't think Party City has these either.
yeah.
I could only find like 2 on Etsy, and they were expensive. It's like the same thing as this.
Yeah.
So I was like,
I'll make it. Yeah, exactly.
especially since the shipping would have taken too long.
All right. Is there anything you guys want from the store?
I think that's about it.
Okay. I will remind you all, and it's fine if you shift your interests, but you did talk about perhaps buying like an air rifle and some.
Well, Grounder was going to do that.
He was?
Well, he said he was going to be.
Oh, he's going to be the guy with it. Yeah, he is. That's true. He is not here right now. So, yeah. Hmm. Okay, yeah, he did remember that. So he'll get those eventually.
Okay.
All right. So, with that out of the way, next would be Marie Atkinson's, right?
I think so, yeah.
And we also need to go talk to the head of the enforcers at this event.
Yes.
Okay.
That might be a good thing to split the party on, because I'll probably need to talk to Marie Atkinson either alone or with like one other person anyway. I don't think it's a whole party
Lee
thing.
is not going to leave Heisel by herself in a strange city or town.
So we're gonna send Sav and Emil.
And
No.
Oh, Anton. I'm sorry.
Mila's dead.
been
Emil
so
is dead.
long.
I know. I'm sorry. I was just reading his back.
You cannot send Sab and Anton to talk.
Okay,
It's-
so I guess we're not splitting up this
we
one.
can't- I mean,
Sab looks at him. Listen, I think it's time, as children grow up, you have to learn that they can take care of themselves. And I think Heisel is a straight up woman, so I think we're fine.
He's my bodyguard. It's alright if he wants to stick close.
All right, then we'll go to wherever we need to go. To do
Well,
what do we need to do?
I may be alright on my own. I'm not sure if you are yet.
Ow. But okay. I mean, Lee was. No, wait. No. Wait. Sorry, I'm blanking on all the names.
Anton.
Anton was coming too, so.
Oh, fine. I just called him a dead man's name.
Listen, it might be smarter to approach this head of enforcement with Mr. Barrett around, considering he's the one who holds some sway in those circles.
Yeah, so. Or. You guys go. To your forces. You give us void. No, that's a horrible idea. Never mind.
Not all of my clients come to me for void fiends, Sab.
That's what they say.
Maxim Kenrick never asked me for void fiend.
Okay, sure, fine.
Listen, if you'll all just be willing to wait in the carriage for a bit while I do this appointment, that should be fine. Or, I don't know if you want to go around and explore for yourselves.
I'll tell you what. If you two want, you can go and look ahead for some masks or other accessories for the party that you wanted to buy in the market or in a store or something. And then we can meet up later after Heisel's concluded her business with her client.
Did you need to buy anything?
Sounds like I'm here to babysit you, actually, but I might as well look this up. If I'm doing that.
Okay.
All right. So you two are going for masks, and you two are going to Atkinson.
Mhm.
All right. Let's go ahead and do the masks first. So, you all would probably it'd probably take a little while to find a store that actually has those sorts of things. I imagine LG is going with you two. Marie Atkinson, and her office is probably farther away from the shopping district where you all would be. So I imagine you all would walk. After a while, you would find probably an antique store that would have a variety of eclectic paraphernalia. So, I would say you all would find several kinds of masks, some of them a bit more audacious than others, but of some of the more reserved but still bold designs, you would find. And probably the shopkeeper would come up to you and say, "Ah, yes, nice masks. You all interested in them?
Yeah,
You're going to that fancy tap and ball?
that is what we're getting it for, yeah.
Oh, that's pretty fancy."
You've
This
been
guy.
getting a lot of business from that party.
Oh, most of them just have some sort of patron that they, pay to make a mask. But I've had a couple people pick up some masks for that shindig.
Anyone worth mentioning?
Well, I mean, there's this one lady that just, she comes in here all the time. Trying to remember her name. Big history buff or something. Think she's going to the party. I think her name was like Ireline or something like that, or Kiraline.
Can you spell that?
I gave you two versions. One had a K and one didn't.
Yeah, but
That's
like for
not-
the rest of the word.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's-
Okay. R
R
A
A
L
L
A
U
I
A
A
A
N
N
E.
E.
He's so wrong.
Earline.
Airline. He looks over at
Wait,
Lee.
Read it off to
No,
me.
not Lee.
What did I just say?
Relayane.
R
No.
Ralaiane.
No. Because there's two versions. There's one with the K and one without the K. So
Where's the K?
was that
Where's the K?
at the beginning? Beginning of the word. So it's like,
Ralaiane.
Probably.
you know what? And he takes the masks. I'm just gonna put these back. You two gentlemen have a fine day.
You too.
You're not gonna say anything? He's running away with your masks, people.
Oh, sorry, sir. Sorry, we're not. My friend is part.
This was my guess, and then you spelled this.
Raleigh.
Oh, look, he doesn't even
Not
know
as
what her name
funny.
is in the first place. Why would he be
Hey.
able to spell it?
All right, Seb goes after him. I'm sorry. We're both. We're technically going to the party, but we're a little bit more entertainers. So we're practicing because we have to like
Also,
do
this is a
balance and
joke.
stuff.
I'm a joke.
No. You're inspiration. You're our muse. That was hilarious, right? That's gonna be the talk of the town. It's just this amazing. This the way that words can be moved from one to the other.
Can you spell
what you
muse
did.
for me? I don't know that one.
MUSE, I think.
Oh. What's that mean?
It's like, like inspiration. You just get an idea.
Yeah.
It's like the muse gives you that. it's like that's what they are. They're the embodiment of inspiration.
Huh.
You see these masks, this place, this is the place where the great things of the past have all collected. And then like they have joined together and embodied the greatness and inspiration of our past. And thusly give the potential for our future. That's
I
like
mean-
what the muse is. That's you.
Most of these I just got from swap meets, but
Yeah, swap meets.
There's
Sometimes
so much
that's just
history
how it
and,
happens.
and past to them that you don't even know it all.
Yeah.
It's
And we
just so inspiring.
Yeah. If we would have just
Okay.
the amazing, it's like, I mean, I think this is the place. We should get our mass. I mean, this guy, I do believe in the void, sir.
I don't
Like, positively,
I don't
like,
like
meaning
to say
like,
swear words.
do you take that as a good thing or a bad thing?
I don't swear.
Okay, well,
Sorry.
we're gonna say this. He's like inspiration straight from the void itself, from the
Whoa.
from the
That's where
the
people go when
core.
they die.
That's where.
I mean, they also go in the ground, but you don't use ground as a swear word.
Well, grounded, I'm going to.
I accept that. That's fair enough.
You guys are entertaining. You guys want some lemonade?
Yeah, sure,
Sure.
we'll take it.
Okay. Give me a second.
Yeah.
He'd go into the back of the shop and return with a pitcher of lemonade. And pour some glasses.
Yeah.
My wife made this.
Oh, what's her name?
Definitely not Caroline.
Oh,
Ada.
Ada.
Can you spell that?
Lee.
ADA.
DA.
Listen, I did
Beautiful name.
Disabilities Act.
Beautiful name. Beautiful.
No.
That's just a name, man.
I know. Of a disability act.
Hmm.
I made it
The
American.
end of this nice
So
name.
how much do you think these masks would be? I mean, like I know, we're not the best on money, obviously, because we're doing jobs and stuff. But
20 notes
20 notes.
for the pair.
Okay, sounds like a very good price. Yeah. Do you have anything that you would like us to pass on to the any rich and famous that we see, as
Oh.
we go to our party?
Well, I mean, you can tell them to get their goods at Melvin's Antiques.
Of course, his name is Melvin.
Oh,
He sounds
Melvin's
like a Melvin.
Antiques.
It's my dad's name.
Mm. He was a wise man. Good business.
Well, I don't know about that, but
Hmm.
I mean, he's in sales now. But this idea kind of flopped, so I took it.
Ah.
So
How's business going? Pretty good.
it's pretty good.
Is it?
Yeah,
See what I'm talking about? Muse.
I like collecting stuff.
Inspiration. This
Selling.
man.
Have you had anything pass through here? Might you have anything on phone charms, either books on them or
Oh, I don't get creepy stuff.
Mm.
Sorry.
Understandable. Yeah, the void. It's a nightmare. Let me tell you. Not maybe
You just
not.
said
the
I was
best
from
business.
there.
Listen, the void can be a nightmare, but also it shows the power and wild beauty of creation and life itself.
Life itself
Life itself.
sounds like a complicated place.
Yeah, that's the void.
Ah.
Hmm.
Well, don't really have any stuff on that.
Yeah.
Mostly, I like stuff that you can like put around a house and make it look nifty.
That is very nice. Those are always.
we just don't have a house to put the stuff in? Otherwise
Oh.
we'd be buying a lot more stuff.
No, that's okay. You can wear those on your faces and stuff.
Yeah.
You guys need any other clothes for dress up?
I
I think
think
Got
that should be it.
ponchos.
I don't think so.
Okay.
We'll let you know. We might.
All right.
Maybe we'll need to find something. We'll make sure to let people know. Marlin's Antiques. It's where the muse lives.
It's Marvin's.
Marvin's.
It's
Marvin's.
Melvin's. Shoot.
Melvin's.
Oh my word.
Melvin's
So
Antiques.
forgettable.
Melvin's.
Place where the muse lives. Thank you very much.
This man has.
Did
the most
oh yeah, and just by the way,
boring
were there
second
any
identity ever.
suspicious people that maybe were trying to
It's
pick
just
up
him.
masks or anything like that?
Suspicious people.
Yeah.
No.
Oh, that's good.
Well, I mean, there were you guys, but you know about them already.
Yeah, we do. This guy, man,
Don't know everything about
he has
them.
all the good material. Well, we'll see.
Did you just wink at me?
I have seizures.
Oh.
It's the disease. It's not contagious. It's just like kind of my own ancestry. Onwards.
The disease of life. We all inherit it. Anyway, thank you for the masks.
Uh-huh. Have fun at the party.
We'll try.
All right, there you go. There's our mess.
That
From
was
the
an
guy-
absolute dumpster fire. I loved every minute.
Yeah,
of
we're-
it.
Including Melvin being like, hey, it's Melvin's Anchies. Okay, Melvin's Anchies. It's Marvin.
Marvin. I was trying to decide whether it was Melvin's or Marvin's, and I decided Melvin in my mind, but I guess I decided Marvin in my heart. All right. Okay. So you all going to Marie Atkinson's office. It would be in kind of a factory district called... that area.
Clarification, did we say where we were going to meet up?
No.
I don't think we did.
I mean, you guys can drive around until they're like found. Yeah, back in the shopping
I mean,
district.
I assume
Wow.
It's
where
like
we
picking up your
parted
teenage kids
from.
from the mall.
You might assume that.
I would assume that.
The others might assume something else.
Oh dear.
So, Sab's suitcase. I'm guessing it's not like super fancy because he wasn't looking for that.
No.
But like it's decent.
Yeah, it's got a
and it has
combination lock.
like the combination lock.
Make
Okay.
sure and write down whatever the combination is. You get to set it. So
Okay, cool.
I see you.
Yeah, I know what that means.
Yep.
Okay, then I guess the thing that I realized is Sab. It's all primed for. Well, we don't know where to go. I say you stand on that side of the alley. I'll stand on this side of the alley. I'll sit down, put a little bucket or something in front of me. Do you have a hat or something? And then I'll beg, and we'll see how much money I can get. And then you beg, and we'll see how much you can get.
We're not going to get that much money
It's
I'd make
it's
more money
about
if
the
I started
competition,
doing street paintings. Or
the
something like
spirit of competition.
that. And I don't make much money doing that.
I'd say save your money for the bougie people who will want quick, fast paintings of themselves done by the famous. Listen, we just get this is what I've been thinking. We get Heisel. We have her mention the amazing, like Anton Blackburn. How feels like he's like, oh, maybe the next Anton Sokolov, maybe not, but just he's got some stuff. And then boom, people go there. They get quick, just quick drawing done by you. You give it out. Boom, we're making quick money.
That's not the worst idea you've had. That's actually not bad. As a side thing, rather than begging and just sitting in an alleyway till they get done, I want to see the rest of the city, maybe the seedy side.
My leg hurts a lot when I walk.
You have a crutch.
You're right.
I
I
don't
just
want
want
to
to
sit
use this.
in an alley for the rest of the day. I don't know how long they're going to take.
We'll be playing a game. It'll be fine. Okay, fine. Let's go. Don't mind me. My leg will just have to get amputated. Maybe we should go check out a doctor. I don't know. We haven't had anyone like super medical check this out.
that
I
is
mean,
true.
we can see on the way. When we're seeing what the town has. We can see if there's a doctor.
Sure, let's do that. Why not?
So you guys are not panhandling.
No.
It was a close thing there
It was
for a
very
minute.
close for a
Very
second.
close.
Yeah. Yep. All
Sab
right.
needs the money.
Anton
Well, he doesn't.
doesn't have
Okay.
much
But he
money,
thinks he
has
does.
some.
Good.
We'll go ahead and transition to, of course, Lee and Heisel going to Marie Atkinson's. So, you all go to the factory district. Her office would be a 2-story building outside of a massive factory with chimneys all throughout, plumes of smoke rising. But
So I guess we just go up front and knock on the door, right?
You guys mind if I join you, or is this a private endeavor? LG.
You're welcome to come if you want to, but if she asks you to leave, you're gonna have to respect that.
That's fair. I just like the idea of networking,
Sure.
meeting some interesting individuals.
Well, Marie's nothing if not interesting.
Huh. All right. So you all would walk in and you see what looks to be like a waiting area with a balding man on a typewriter behind a desk right in front of you, just eyes completely peeled on his work.
Good afternoon.
Hello. Do you have an appointment?
Not an appointment, but Marie Atkinson asked to see me.
Has to see you.
Asked to see me.
Huh. Well, I don't have any record of that.
I'm the Lady Ogre Heisel Cohen.
Lady Ogre. And he would pull out a cabinet and finger through some files. Unfortunately, I do not have any record of someone with such a name.
Well, if you'd like to let her know that I'm here, she can make the decision for herself. Of course, it's fine if she's not around or doesn't have the time at the moment, but I thought since I was in town, I'd check in.
Well, unfortunately, because I have no record, I have no intent on informing her of your presence. So, good day.
Could you check your records for
Just now, you would see a door open next to a stairwell, and you would see Marie Atkinson actually step out, kind of storming, intent on her face.
Marie! It's good to see you.
Wait a second. Wait. You
Yeah?
You ludicrous, mystic charlatan! You're the person that gave me that good sign!
And you're doing very well with yourself?
You told me the patent would be a success!
It was, wasn't it? Look at you now.
That was patented by Ring Firearms, not me!
You've done very well with yourself, Marie.
That wasn't... Do you know how successful my business could have been if that patent was successful?
Do you know how successful your business is right now?
Yes, no thanks to you.
Marie,
Yes.
look around. You found success just like I told you you would,
You told me my patent would be a success.
and it led to what you've done. It was a success, if not in the way you thought it would.
Make a persuasion check.
Yeah, okay. Spencer, I wasn't expecting that one.
I know.
Convince a shopkeeper that no, don't throw us out, salesman.
Did you like the neutral
Convince the
language I
person that-
used?
neutral-
Where you're like,
convince the
was that a
person
success
no,
for her?
my
I'm like,
prediction was
well, I mean,
wrong.
judged by the amount of revolvers are around, there's a lot of them. They're just not hers.
I gotta be honest, you fooled me. I thought that you meant absolutely she was a success.
The hairstyles.
Okay.
No.
It's good that I'm good at this.
I'm going to contest this.
No, come on.
Well, because I don't know what difficulty to assign it. That's the only reason I'm contesting it.
Okay, do I get to know what you rolled first
I don't think so.
before I spend void points?
Uh,
I know
Good
what
question.
religion it's not.
I will say yes because of the fact that I'm only doing this because I don't know what difficulty to assign.
Sure, what'd you get?
5 and 6.
Okay,
2 successes.
I also got 2 successes. If I was to change one of those to a critical success, would that put me over the top?
Yeah, absolutely.
I will do that. I'll spend a void point, put myself to a critical success, and get 3.
Okay. All right. You all will get. Oh no, void points are per session, so that is it. Unless you're storing them.
I have been storing them.
Okay. All right. Well, I mean, I guess, but
It was roundabout, but it happened, didn't it?
listen. You're probably just someone looking for money, but maybe giving honest advice. But don't know if you're so in touch with the void is what you say.
Marie,
Yes.
just because it didn't work out the way you were expecting it to, doesn't mean it wasn't right.
You said the patent would be a success, that
The
it would
patent
be
was a
accepted
success.
and passed. For my rival, yes.
The patent was a gateway for the rest of what you've done since then.
Well, yeah, but that isn't what you said.
It is what I said.
Are you gaslighting this poor woman?
What I said was
I
that it'd be a
didn't say
success.
that.
And success in this case didn't mean it was going to
No,
pass. It
no.
meant it was going to spur on all the rest of what you
You
did.
explicitly said it would be accepted by the Morley Patent Committee. Is that okay if I... Do you think that Heisel would not say something
She's
so
very
vague?
vague. I'm not sure she would have said anything that easy to pin down.
Well, here's
People
the
can also
thing.
twist memories one way
That's
or
very
the
true.
other.
So she might have said that anyway,
Also,
but Heisel probably didn't
although-
say.
Atkinson would also not ask, like, is it going to be a success? She'd be like, is it going to be accepted by the committee? Like, unanimously? She'd be specific. That's kind of her deal.
I could totally imagine Heisel being like, the patent will lead you to success in life. And then she's like, good, the patent's going to be accepted. Because that's what I asked.
You know what?
It's like,
I like that.
Like, so the patent's going
Let's
to be
let's say that's
accepted.
what happened. That seems like the most
Well,
logical.
yes.
Yeah. So,
What I said was that it'd be a success. In this case, success didn't mean what you meant. You might have misunderstood what I was trying to say, but what I was trying to say was that it would lead you to success, and it did.
listen, my empire could have been twice the size that it is now. I could own or have made every single firearm in every single person's inventory if I got that patch. Sure, successful. Not as much as I could have been.
You didn't ask if you were as successful as you could have been.
Listen, that idea was mine, and it was stolen from me. Regardless of where I am now, that is because of me, what I've done. Not because of any sort of mystic weaving or anything like that.
I don't cause the things I see, Marie.
Yeah, well,
I see things vaguely, but I see things as they are, and I reported them to you as such. You can't hold me responsible for something that happened to you completely out of my own control.
I don't hold you responsible. I'm just saying that you gave me a false reading.
I gave you a reading you might have misunderstood. There's a difference.
Okay. Do you need something today?
You sent word to Mikhail Zavilian that you wanted to see me.
I did?
Yeah.
She looks at her secretary. He's just like, I don't have a record of it. Are you
Mikhail.
sure that's what he said?
Yes.
That wasn't me.
All right, that's fine. I'm not going to force you to have a session, Marie. But it's good to see you at any rate. How are things these days, aside from the loss of patent? You do look like you're doing well for yourself.
Be better.
Could be worse.
Yeah, well, lever action rifles aren't exactly the most popular thing on the market. They get me by, but
So you're
not
working on
exactly what I
anything new?
envisioned.
As this is going on, he's gonna be looking around for anything suspicious or dangerous right now, and
Excellent.
kind of getting ready for anything because he's really nervous.
Yeah, make a perception check.
Oh, critical failure.
No, there's nothing around.
So what then? You working on anything new to supplant that? Set the stage for a new age of firearms or whatever.
Well, I'm perfecting my old designs and hiring intrepid young engineers to try and come up with something themselves. But nothing really in particular. Just trying to market what I've got. Military, for instance, does not want any part of it, despite the fact that I can increase their rate of fire by 7-fold.
Well, you know how organizations are. Have you had much luck with smaller sales to individuals and things like that?
Oh yeah, plenty of those. So is this just some sort of
Social call.
calling? Yeah.
You had mentioned something about wanting to see me, so I figured to make myself available to you first time in the city.
Oh, listen, that wasn't me, so sorry for dragging you into this.
Oh, you're fine. I was here anyway, so I figured I'd visit, but if you're not interested in seeing me, that's fine too.
I don't have time for sessions. Sorry.
That's quite alright.
Nor, if I'm to be honest, am I interested. Sorry.
Again, quite alright. At any rate, if you change your mind, if you want any of my services or just my company, let me know. I'll be staying here in town for a while. Well, I see you at Mr. Tappin's ball.
You're gonna be at that?
Seems Seems like an interesting exhibition.
Yeah, I'm gonna be there.
You don't sound happy about it.
No, I'm not. I'd rather be working, but
They roping you into these kinds of things too.
well, they didn't rope me in. I just need to sell them guns. So here we are.
The party's a good place for it.
I've done it before.
You so much you got, like it.
Mm.
Anyway, I won't take up more of your time. I appreciate seeing you again, Marie. Wishing you the best
Thanks.
and the sort of success you're looking for.
Thanks. She's just gonna walk away. Back to her prior business.
Is there a window at the front?
Yes, there too.
He's gonna go out and look at outside before going out.
Okay. Perception check again.
Nothing.
I think we may possibly arrange. Oh, first off, you know what? Everybody gets 10 XP. 10 XP.
Oh, what?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I haven't been giving that as much as I need to. You all need experience. So now that I'm thinking about it, I was just going to say, with how much you've been keeping an eye on Heisel and getting the experience of being a bodyguard, chances are your probably perception skills would be increasing.
By how much?
Yeah, that's the question. I never really narrowed that down. Yeah, add a perception focus if you don't have one already.
Okay.
Just the score of 1.
Okay.
You know what? Yeah, I like just awarding kind of focuses from time to time. So
Yeah.
Okay.
I will do that with
that's
everybody
one
else.
success then.
That is one success?
Yeah.
Okay. Doesn't seem to be that anyone is following you or there are any suspicious characters. Most of who you see outside are workers, foremen, that sort of thing. You do see somebody in a red uniform and a oh crap, what are those called? Shacos. Just looking around the entire area, but it's like a bright red. Definitely not someone sneaking around.
Okay.
Lee, LG, we're going.
LG,
Mm-hmm.
could you go out and get the carriage ready to leave immediately?
Sure, I can pick you guys up.
We can just walk with him, Lee.
I'm playing chauffeur.
Is there a problem?
She didn't call you here. Who did?
I'm sure it could have just been a clerical mistake.
Or an assassination attempt.
Mr. Britt, do you really think it's necessary for me to, stay here inside the building any longer than I have to?
No, we need to get you out to the carriage as quickly as possible.
Then let's go out to the carriage and I'm gonna start walking.
Lee's gonna cut in front of her and go out the door first
Okay.
and walk out.
Do you guys are you contesting that at all, or like? Is that
He
just
can go
a-
out first, that's fine. I'm just going out.
Okay.
He's going out first.
All right.
With his, he's kind of got his hold his coat to the side so he can
Draw quickly.
her
All right.
next to.
That is another thing I will say is that if you all are ever suspicious of that sort of thing, if you indicate that you are getting ready, I will give you a bonus when it comes to initiative. Okay. So you all walk out, probably a bit kind of speed walking a little bit, I imagine, to the carriage. LG is not, and he's catching up with you guys.
That could have been a lot better.
He's gonna open the door and tell Heisel to
Miss Heisel Cohen! Miss Heisel Cohen! And for Shirley Barrett! And for... You see the guy in the red uniform run up to you guys. I've got a telegram for you.
Appreciate it.
I got some mail for you. Okay, good day. And this guy just runs off. Oh, wait, no.
This is very Zelda. Where you like walk into town for the first time and some guy will just run up to you and be like, I've got mail!
Hey, I got a message for you.
Open
Don't
the
rush
telegram.
into yours. And then he runs away.
get in quickly.
Fine, alright. And I'll sit in
It's in front. No.
again!
Right, so telegram. Well, that is, I telegrammed me to put the anthrax.
So I'm gonna go in the carriage and look at the telegram.
LG, drive.
All right, onwards. And he would pick up. You open the telegram.
Mhm.
It is from Captain Brigham Bell, and it just says, "Do you require assistance?" NMF.
That's good to see. And I'll close that and I'll put it in my pocket.
Alright, what does Lee's telegram say?
Doesn't say much, except Republic of Morley banknotes. 200 of them.
Oh,
The paycheck. Yes.
Yeah.
Hey, nice job.
That's right. He is doing a
Wow.
I
job.
forget sometimes that him bodyguarding me is business, not pleasure.
Yeah.
Random question. I'm not going to be a stickler for this sort of thing, which is why I'm asking it. When you all left Sunline, would you have returned your library books?
I didn't have any. I don't have to worry about
Didn't
this
have
problem.
any.
No, we didn't return him.
Okay.
Oh, wait, what?
I'll keep that in mind for the future.
Chaos point!
Wait, when's the due date?
It's in about probably 2 weeks. So.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
We'll be back by then, right?
Hey.
Oh, jeez, I hope so.
All right. I wasn't just going to surprise you. Just like you get a letter like, here's your overdue notice. No. Also,
Double
it's
cross messengers.
I
Return
feel,
your library.
I feel like we've been double crossed.
It's like that's when like the difficulty just goes up. It's just like they start sending out all these people to get the books back.
oh man.
That's what you're gonna have to go
Also,
with me again.
here's the problem. They're not going to send them after you.
Yeah.
Which, oh yeah, you wouldn't get an
Oh.
overdue. You know who would get an overdue? Person whose account it belongs to.
Oh no.
That's why you don't. That's why you go by your account. You don't
Tail?
Yeah.
Yeah.
No,
We gotta go to Sunline now. Go.
Get the party!
Allison, go.
Protectors, protectors. We gotta take our ship back. We gotta do it right now.
like,
What's
why?
the rush? My book is due in 1 day, and Mikhail's gonna get charged for it.
Just leave. We're not going back there for books. We're being hunted down there.
It's
What
Mikhail.
books? It's Mikhail's account.
Just send him the money.
Send. We're just sending the books. You could just do that. Double cross messages does that. So
Oh, they do parcel.
yeah, they do parcels.
Oh,
They're like Advanced Pony Express.
They're
nice.
like a united parcel service.
Yeah.
There you
That's
go.
a good idea.
Wow, somebody should
Yeah.
trademark
No one
that.
thought of that before. Oh.
Yeah, but they do mail, they do parcels, they do telegrams and radio. So they're a United Communications company. So okay,
UCC.
there you go. Ominous.
Oh.
Okay. Okay. Back to you two looking for a doctor.
Yeah, and other stuff. I want to go generally like on the way looking for a doctor, but not like not per se like going to the part of town that the doctors will be in, as much as like going towards the like poorer and seedier parts of Jessamine
Yeah.
and like looking out on the way there, because I have business that I want to try to do.
Really?
Some business. All right. Okay. There's not quite like a seedy part of town in that it's like, wow, this is where the crime happens. Oh, crime happens everywhere here.
That's not what
We
I was
believe
expecting.
equal
The
opportunity.
seedy part of town. No. Crime
It's
is
all
everywhere.
seedy.
Well, there would probably be slightly poorer districts, but town as a whole is just not quite as nice as what you saw in Sunline. Nothing like the Heights. We're definitely getting more old Western the more west we go, and this is the kind of town for that. But you go into the part of town that's less bricked, more just dirt pathways. You see a couple taverns / saloons. What exactly are you looking for? If you need to tell me in private, that works too.
I don't think it needs to be private. I'm looking for the sort of people who would know more about void rituals. Any sort of like witches, potentially even like old sailors
Mm.
that are retired that might know about like bone bone charms and like
Yeah.
that sort of stuff.
Okay. I will go ahead. Actually, think Dishonored has rules for finding contacts like this, but nah. There are actually a fair amount of people like that that may or may not suit your ritual, or I mean, suit your needs. I need somebody for a ritual. Walking through this area, you would actually see what looks to be kind of a sailor type wearing a oh crap, what do they call? It's not quite a raincoat, but it's like a waterproof overcoat made of
Like a slicker?
yeah, perhaps. I don't know. I've actually heard of. I think I've heard of some like actual real life whalers that maybe even wear like this blubber based or like a oil coated jacket that's waterproofed. Because I mean from Wales, so you'd see a man with nearly completely clean shaven, but a very tired and experienced face. And you would automatically know this guy might have some answers based on the fact that he is actually carving something into a bone charm.
Nice.
He's just sitting actually on top of a hitching post. No horses there.
Okay.
He seems pretty focused.
I'll go up to him and just wait for him to notice that I'm there. Like close enough that he's going to notice, but like not wanting to interrupt.
Yeah.
That seems rude.
Seb just watches.
He looks up very briefly and then looks down again at his work and continues scrimshawing, etching, engraving, carving. Okay.
Scrimshaw.
Yeah.
After watching for a while, just gonna just ask. So, what are you making there? Does that have some specific purpose?
Bone charm.
Do you know what they're gonna do before you make them? Or
Yeah.
what's that one gonna do?
Keep the bugs away.
That sounds like a very useful bone charm. How do you go about making those? How did you learn?
From the people before me. And I like to pass it down. You looking to learn this one?
Yeah, I'd be interested in that.
It's gotta be whalebone. Anything else and it'll hurt you. Keep a whalebone. And the symbol looks like this. Carve it in this exact pattern.
Mhm.
And he would go through it. The strange thing about it is that it's not just the shape of the marking that matters, but the direction that every stroke takes. Like, for example, it would be I draw the letter A like this, but it would matter the order that you do the strokes. So it might, for instance, be that instead.
Like,
Middle and
there's
stuff.
a
Or-
proper stroke order.
Up and down.
I think like in
Mhm.
Chinese and Japanese, I think they have like a theoretical proper stroke order.
Yeah.
So it's like
I didn't know
that.
that. That's cool.
I'm not sure how it actually functionally works. I just know that I've seen like the stroke order for a couple specific
Mm-hmm.
words.
Seb is also just watching this and kind of taking notes.
So
To be
I'm-
honest, he probably has his book out and just writing down what it is.
I'm gonna draw the symbol and sort of like a diagram of
Like 1, 2. Yeah.
yeah, like with the arrows and like the numbering,
Mhm.
like get it all so that I'll remember everything about this.
Mm-hmm. You've got it.
Are there any other sorts of bone charms that you've made?
You want to know more? Probably gonna have to hire or join my crew or pay me. First one's free. Others cost more.
I'll consider it, but thanks for this. I'm really glad that this was. I'm really glad I found you. And where could I get whalebone if I'm not part of the crew?
I will also say I was not planning on having a sailor, but Jessamine is really, really river based. So it works well. There's always someone selling it on the coast. Strangely enough, sometimes they'll just leave the whale carcasses out on the beach once they're gutted. Plenty to work with there.
Keep that in mind.
Where are you headed?
Well, I'm not really sure at the moment. I think we're staying here for a bit.
Why are you working with them?
What do you mean?
Why are you in a group?
You know, there's some people that have certain talents that you don't have. Sometimes it's more convenient to travel with people who can do things that you're not.
Makes sense to me. Oh, one other thing about bone charms. Don't get blood on them. It doesn't do anything. Everyone tries it. Stupid.
So don't cover it in blood because it won't do anything. Not that
Right.
it does something bad, just it doesn't help.
It just doesn't do anything. Just a waste of good blood.
I'll make sure not to intentionally get blood on anything. I mean,
I'm just saying, a lot of people when doing this their first time think that, oh, you're covered in blood and then it'll be much better. It's not. It just hurts.
the act of getting the blood out.
Hmm?
Is it the act of getting the blood out that hurts?
Yeah, most of the time that requires pain.
Yeah.
Unless it's nosebleeds in the middle of the night.
Yeah. And then it's nothing.
Quick,
Yeah.
I got a nosebleed. Let's go get all the bone charm.
In the olden days.
So many projects I had for this, and I don't have the ability to do them right now.
Aren't there like anticoagulants or something? So you could like grab a jar and like,
Probably.
there you go. Okay, yeah.
That's about a pint. Feel a little woozy.
see my blood jar?
Gnarly.
All mine. What's
Character.
your blood type?
Character.
I don't know, but I got a jar of my blood.
NPC that has a
We
blood
could
jar.
test it right now. No, you have a what?
It's useful.
Anyways.
Okay.
Fresh is best, but old is still good.
You just like a fine wine.
Delicious.
So, most of what I scrimshaw for is just practical. You're not looking for practical. Unless you are.
Maybe a mix. I'd be interested in some of the more out there things.
Mm.
Actually, I think I have one that lets you breathe underwater.
Could I treat you?
For what?
This one right here.
Well, see, the thing is, now I can make one of those.
Wow. I could give you a design for a more out there one. That's what you're looking for.
What kind of one?
I know many. Looking to eradicate any nightmares you got? Keep yourself stable. Yeah, fair enough.
Be more helpful for someone else I know.
Stab standing right next to him.
Mm. Uh, let's see here. Hmm. I got one that. I'm sorry, I'm coming up with these on the spot. Um, I got one that changes your voice. What kind of out there are you looking for?
I really don't know. Changes your voice to anything you want it to be, or just one thing?
That just raises your voice and pitch. Kind of a joke, but might be useful.
Any other ones that you know?
Well, afraid that's all I got off the top of my head right now. I'm sorry, I really need to plan more bone charm ideas.
Maybe I'll come back and consider trading or spending something. Give you some time to think up what else, find out from other people, anything like that.
I do have one other thing, but I think it's worth more than what you got right there. But I had never used it, so.
What is it and what is it worth?
Quite a bit. Uh, you ever hurt anybody? It kind of revitalizes you while doing it. I'll save that one for a rainy day. But I'm incredibly intrigued by the one you got right there. I do know a variety of symbols. Sure, there's no specific kind of thing you're looking for.
I see what you did there. Now he's on the hot seat.
That is correct.
What are you thinking?
Well, I mean, like, out there could be literally anything, so.
Yeah, that's what I'm. That's why.
All right.
That's why this is hard to think of. I
Well,
see what you're
while he's
going
thinking, Sabbath, you mentioned actually both those ones. Something that could revitalize someone who attacks others, and one that could deal with nightmares.
Not for you. Sorry.
But
Nah,
why not?
you're bad luck.
He looks at Anton.
Has proven true.
I don't need luck. He just walks off.
Speaking of luck, do you have one that just makes you more lucky sometimes?
There's no bone charm for that. You gotta take it up with the gambler to do that one.
What? Is that
There's
the
no bone
gambler?
charm. The gambler.
Could I think? I'm
Who
taking.
would the gambler be?
Oh, he's one of the outsiders.
I'm assuming one that deals with luck.
That's the truth.
Do you know any of the others?
So you're new to all this, aren't you?
I am just finding out the wide range of all that you can find.
Well, the gambler's the only one I know. I know him pretty well.
Could I make a perception check to see if this man has some sort of mark on him?
Yeah, sure. Make a perception check.
Critical success.
So 2 successes.
Yeah.
Not that you can see. Would Anton know where the mark typically is?
He has a void lore focus, like 2, I think. So I would guess he would have heard that it was on the hand.
Okay,
I'm not
yeah,
sure.
I'd say so. Both hands are covered in bandages. So
And how did you come to first contact the gambler?
I was down on my luck. That's when he decided to say hello.
Visit in a dream, pull you into the void.
That's the way it goes.
So you didn't have any part of that. Wasn't your decision? You spoke to him since?
He told me a little bit about you.
What did he say?
He said you don't know where you're going.
You might be right about that.
Yeah, he told me to give you one freebie.
Did he tell you why?
Nah. He just thought it'd be interesting.
They operate on interest, don't they?
Seems to be the way it is.
All that power, and you just do whatever you find interesting in the moment.
If I lived forever, that's what I'd be doing, probably. Well, joy, what you got? Probably wouldn't toy with others as much, though.
Do you know anyone else who's maybe contacted one of the outsiders intentionally? Someone who might know how to do that?
No one's done that. Or at least done it on their own. See, this is good audience. This is perfect.
Do you know someone who might have done it with help?
I'm just a abnormally lucky sailor.
You don't have contact with other people? The kind of people who do strange void rituals in the back rooms? Set up shrines to the outsiders, I guess.
Want to see the Shrine of the Gambler? I'd just say go in there and play a game of Nancy.
I don't suppose that's enough to talk to him.
Yeah. Want to make yourself more interesting? He would actually take out a 6-sided die.
Okay?
Odds, I give you another bone charm design. Evens, I get that bone charm you got right there.
How about my prize is 2 bone charm designs? Seems only fair for 1 completed bone charm.
You got yourself a deal. Did he say odds or did he say evens for him? I think he said evens for his victory, right?
That sounds about right.
Odds if you win.
Yeah. How
None
odd
of the
of
void
you.
present in this.
What's that?
It's not 50-50 if the void's present in this.
Pretty smart. I thought about it, but I don't like doing that when I've already played my hand. I do that a lot, though.
Sure, if you had the ability to do that, I'm very useful.
Is a 4.
So
I didn't boss that.
Okay.
That is a 4.
How many notes would you say something like this is worth?
Your bone charm?
Yeah.
To me, probably like 200. But to
common populace, probably like 40.
How much would you ask if I thought of a particular thing that I wanted and came back for you to teach me the design? How much is one of those worth?
I'm sorry, what?
Could I pay you to give me one of the symbols for the bone charms?
Normally I'd be all cryptic and say no, but I need money, just like everybody else does. So, yeah, I'd do that. But I do believe I just won a bet.
You did? Give him the bone charm?
I'm so sorry.
Yeah, natural luck.
Yeah.
I know.
He entered into that agreement.
Yeah. That's how gambling works. You lose sometimes.
That is correct.
Oh,
And if it makes you feel bad for losing that, just remember you already did learn how to repel insects. Might not be too useful here, but if you're ever in jet knife, it's very useful to have. Stinging things.
I'll make sure to keep that in mind. I'll come back if I think of anything.
All right.
Thanks.
Pleasure gaming with you.
No, that sounds cringy. That sounds like he just jumped off his Minecraft server.
Playing. All right. There you go.
Are we able to find them?
What's that?
Are we able to find them?
Find who?
The other guys?
We're looking for.
That's right. They still had more errands to run, unfortunately.
Oh, yes.
Sorry, not expecting that. But there you go. Okay, so you guys are going for a doctor now, right?
Mhm. Yeah, probably nothing super fancy. Just find someone who who's capable, and then just kind of get checked out.
All right. You would find a very small single office, doctor's office place that's just labeled Dr. Fateh. That's Fetai. As far as I know, there's no accent aigu. That was my original plan, was to have, the E. But you'd walk in and you'd see a man with a bloody apron, glasses on his face, stooping over, and he's working on a patient who seems to have, I will not describe a fungal infection in detail, but that on his feet. So, okay, can I help you?
I mean, I feel like you're helping him.
I know, but like, you're here for help, right?
Yeah.
Okay, get in line. What's your ailment?
Hurt leg.
Hurt leg. Okay.
Dog bit my leg. A
I can
lot,
work with that.
and a guy shot it.
Wow. Rough day, huh?
Yeah.
All right. I'll be with you in a bit.
I turn to Anton. Do you have change? Or takes out a imperial coin.
Probably do have change for that.
Do you remember how much I said those were worth?
I want to say it was like 10 or something.
10, I think.
See, I think I said, is that an imperial coin?
So it's not Regency
It's
coins.
not a Regency coin. I'm gonna say it's probably worth around 25 apiece. Those are antiques at this point.
Okay.
Kind of. They're still. You can legitimately you can still pay with those, so they're not in an antique phase, but they're still incredibly valuable.
Okay. Okay. How about I give you this, and then I can pay you back because I'm attached.
Pawning your coins to me.
No. I'm just kind of.
Pawning them.
I'm just. Listen.
Um,
I give you that. You keep on hand on the coin, and then when I get some money, I give it back to you. Then everything you
Honey.
give you extra. It's called a loan.
So cold.
Okay, fine, whatever.
Hand it over.
He's so annoyed.
And on the pawn shop.
Hey, I just spilled some tea. How much got on my collar?
Not
a lot.
much.
You never know
What?
what's gonna come out of sad spot.
What do you pay me in, I guess?
Like Morley.
I'm Anton Blackburn,
Okay,
and
yeah.
this is my pawn shop.
25. Okay. I think that's a lot. Again.
Okay. Alright, I'll see you now. Dog bite, huh?
Yeah.
He stabbed you in the leg immediately with a syringe. Like, nothing about it.
Can I quickly check to see if this guy is someone that I want sticking a syringe in my leg?
Well, it already happened.
Make a... I mean, well, you know what? I would allow, if you judge him to be, like, crazy, I would allow some sort of contest. But, make a talk check with...
Talk.
Intuition focus would probably be this.
Okay. What about surgery? I have surgery.
You know what? I will allow surgery focus.
The
Is this
talk-
doctor good?
I guess cleverly. Talk cleverly with them.
What's the thought that you're going on?
I have no idea whatsoever if this is going to kill me or not.
Okay.
Well,
You
okay.
feel a little woozy.
Oh, great. You didn't want to ask me any other questions?
You said it was a dog bite, right?
Yeah. I'm
Okay.
gonna get to keep my leg, right?
I mean, you should have said that in advance.
I want to keep my leg.
I'm just kidding. Yeah, you're keeping your leg. Don't worry.
Hope that wasn't void being.
Oh.
Sab starts twitching.
No, it's just anesthesia. It's fine.
That void paint.
No. Hey, that's illegal.
He's
Sure.
not allowed to have that or a weapon, so don't give him anything that explodes.
All right. It's just anesthesia. You're fine. Let's see what we got here. Hopefully, it's not infected. Potato, no! Okay, that's gonna be one success.
He's a decent doctor.
You know what? Void point.
He has void points.
Yeah. He's interesting enough, I guess, to warrant it. Okay, 2 successes.
I mean, the guy just stuck me with a syringe straight up, so pretty interesting.
Okay. Have you had any delusional thoughts since the dog bite? Any?
During.
That was void fiend, so no.
Okay, maybe don't take that. Bad for your lungs.
Yeah.
And
It's
Bad for my lungs?
yeah. Well, actually, it's kind of bad for your entire body.
Could you explain that?
Yeah. Well, it's You ever heard of Shard disease?
No.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it's literally void right that's in that stuff. The same stuff that we like give miners like, copper-laced gloves to work with. Not good to be ingesting in any sort of form.
What does that do for your lungs?
Well, I mean, if the lungs are the first, if you're ingesting it like orally or nasally, well, it kind of starts to form a crystalline structure within your lungs. Makes it very hard to breathe. Lots of coughing. Not very fun.
Well, injections are fine though, right?
Could lead to blood clots. Gotta be honest, haven't operated on anyone that's died of that yet, so I don't know about that. Just don't snuff the stuff.
I hope that's a slogan.
Don't snuff the stuff. It's like literally snorting uranium.
Spicy.
Well, okay, watered down.
Well,
Hazel's like, it's
That
fine
sounds
I give this
like
to
a pretty
people.
good-
It's fine.
A pretty good
Well,
thing.
this doctor turns
I
your
could do
lungs
that.
into a crystal.
Doesn't have that many regular appointments.
I will say, Sab, you did not see a single PhD in this guy's like room, so he's definitely a doctor in title, maybe not by degree. So take what he says. Sure or not. Maybe he's wrong. Maybe he's right.
Well, he doesn't like Void Fiend anyway.
Yeah.
Against popular belief.
Okay. So here's the thing. Dogbite does not look to be infected. Neither does the bullet. Wait. I forgot something. Okay, I'm glad I gave you the anesthesia.
My shoulders also got shot.
What?
Maybe you should check that out too.
Alright, well, I left the bullet in your leg, so I need to get that first.
You left the bullet in my leg?
Yeah, this one. He literally, like, while you were speaking, just tongs, leg, out. Here you go. Critical for
He
this.
takes it.
Here you go.
Oh.
Okay.
You're not gonna
This guy he looks at.
I don't want to give you any more anesthesia because it would kill you. So, it might hurt.
Okay.
The shoulder.
I can take pain.
Okay. All right. That's what they all say. You want a rag or like anything to bite down on? Oh wait, no. Just bite down on the bullet.
He looks at the bullet. Looks at the guy.
Oh, wait, no, that's a bad.
Starts spraying into his mouth.
Wait, stop. We bring it to the sink. Wash it out. Here, now you're good.
Oh, okay. Bites down on it.
There you go.
Great.
You bite the bullet.
Watch there be a complication and you swallow it.
Oh.
I hope.
Yeah, you don't have to make a check.
I don't trust this
He
guy.
does though.
Yeah.
Nice. All right. It does hurt, but not as much as you were expecting. And that's not because of the anesthesia that's already in your system. You did a pretty good job. You gets it out. All right. Just try not to put any undue stress on the leg, or the arm. Try not to move your arm, like at all, if you can. I'm not gonna cast it. That's a dumb idea. But keep it bandaged. Clean the bandage. Every 2 days, you should be fine.
Is that for both the leg and the arm?
Yeah.
Okay.
Don't know how long it'll take the muscles to heal. They'll probably walk again. Looks like that was just a pistol shot. Okay, that'll be. You know what? You were quick. 70 notes.
So.
Okay, can you give me the bullet back?
Yeah.
Thanks. He starts to like put it back towards your leg.
Well, I mean, yeah, of course I'm gonna.
You better pay.
I'm gonna pay you. I'm just figuring out how to
Oh
pay
my
you.
word.
Goodness.
Your credit cards declined after a therapy session.
Ah.
Everyone hates you. You're awful. You're bad at everything.
Okay. Wait, quick exchange.
Please pay.
I'm not Lee.
The
I'm your
Anton.
favorite pawn shop.
Anton. Okay. More shopkeeping. All right, so I'm
So
just
that
gonna
was
say.
3 Imperial points total, right?
Yeah, he might do 4 just in case, like, he can have, like, he can pay this off, and then he has at least a little bit, so if he needs to, like, quickly pay something. Alright, 70.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Final treatment. Here, drink this. He gives you this red-looking vial.
What is this?
It's widely produced. There's a lot of it available.
It's the S&J version.
Yeah. It is.
Okay.
You've seen this before. This is first Sokolov's elixir, but now Sokolov and Choplin's elixir, S&J. It's pretty much a health potion.
Okay. Go.
All right. If you ever find any more of that, that's always good stuff to drink. So, okay, get out of here. Leave.
Okay.
Scoot.
Thank you.
Did you do a 4th point or no?
Yes. So that would get him
Yes, because it's not break yet. Well, you put one break.
That'd be 170.
Okay.
I'm confused by my math. I think I have 30 plus notes.
You all, actually, you know what? Why not? Algy's gonna make a check to see if he can find you two. He's the driver, after all.
Is he
Can I
going to the
What's that?
seediest part of town you can find?
Technically, no. He was going to the shopping district, but
can I help?
yes.
No.
Actually, could I help as well?
All right. Yeah.
And
I do have a
think
perception
considering the
focus.
2 people that they left. They should.
One added to that.
Okay. That's 2 successes total. You guys are in the wrong part of town, but would you all be heading back to the shopping district after that?
Probably. Yeah. There's not
Yeah.
really any reason to stay.
Okay. Yeah. You would see the carriage approach.
So you two managed to get some masks.
Quick, get in.
He grabs Anton and he pulls him into the cart, the thing, and they both shut the door. Go.
Also, if it makes you feel any better, I do have a shotgun right underneath the seat. So,
He's
I know.
trying to assassinate us all this time.
Don't know.
listen, we fled to Jessamine to escape. Okay, actually, that point about who invited you guys over here, that's a fair point.
What?
Marie didn't seem to want to be talking to me.
I thought you said she asked for you to come.
Mikhail said he got a correspondence from her.
Somebody
She's
else.
telling me nothing of the sort. I think it's just a clerical error, but Mr. Barrett's jumped to some other conclusions about it.
Just taking precautions.
I mean, we got attacked on a sky tram, so.
Well,
We're
that
just
was more
taking
Spike related
carriage
than
at this
me
point.
related.
Mm,
Skytram is much more dangerous.
Anyway, did the two of you have much success?
we did.
Yeah.
You can show them the masks.
Yeah. It's gonna show the mask, I guess.
Perfect.
Yeah.
We'll do well. It's an interesting design you chose.
What do you find interesting about it?
Just not very ostentatious. Very bleak.
Well,
What's the thought behind it? If you don't mind my asking.
everyone's gonna be trying to show off with their masks. I don't see the point.
You gonna paint it?
No.
Fair enough. Does the rest of you have any other business in town?
You need to speak with the enforcers.
You're right. Yeah.
All right. So, you all head to the district outside of town. This is where that would be.
Stab just kind of starts going through his stuff and like basically making the things that he's trying to do. I don't know if his personal notes would work like this, but he probably has been drawing some like blueprints about what he wants and then trying to make that basically and taking time to
That's
do
how
it.
that works.
Okay.
That sounds right.
So, what exactly are you designing, writing down?
He's basically making he's basically making
Oh.
a plan for the outfit and then
Okay.
basically making it so that I can have if there needs to be advantage on making the outfit, then
Yeah.
have
Okay.
the blueprints to make it.
Roger that. Make you take your check
Okay.
with advantage. Wait, what's the bonus you get?
It's the
from it?
one reduced difficulty.
Oh, yeah, okay. Difficulty of 1.
Okay.
It's gonna be 2, but that's a 1.
All right. Tinker and cleverly. Yeah. Surgery, sewing, anything there?
You have a sewing focus?
Maybe with surgery focus. I guess carefully technically would do this. Okay, here we go.
Randy Rex is
2 successes.
Raining Rags has a sewing focus?
I wish. 2 successes?
Yeah.
You got it. One momentum. Keep forgetting.
Raining Rags is dead. Exactly right.
We
Yeah.
love momentum so much.
Is there
Just
anything
like
I can do before like the scene changes that would be like helpful?
I mean, that's for you to decide.
Like from you guys, do you think of let me see.
Huh? I think we just need to go talk to the enforcers.
Go to the party. I was just also gonna say at some point during the ride, Anton's gonna go.
Unless we want to
Yeah.
put that into my designs.
Yeah, we could either A, do that, B, he could try and listen to the owl again, see if there's anything with Hootie. Because he doesn't have his knife anymore.
Hmm.
Um, I think he'll probably do the win now, and maybe he'll help out with that. So I'm gonna use that momentum to like, he's basically gonna take out Hootie. I named it Hootie, by the way.
Okay.
And
Appropriate.
he's going to try and listen to it, see if it's saying anything, see if there's anything going on with it. I guess that's steady, carefully, void one. He's got nothing.
Yeah.
All right.
There's nothing you hear at this point in time.
At some point during the car ride, Anton's just gonna say, "Is anyone interested in some bug repellent in the future? Is that something anyone's had a problem with yet?"
Not yet, but I
I've
prefer
had-
it could be useful.
I've had problems with bugs.
Here or other places?
Well, definitely down in Zirconos. Blood flights are not fun. But some areas out here, especially in the wild, it gets particularly buggy, especially in the summer. So many mosquitoes. Like big mosquitoes. What? Did you pick up a bug repellent or something? Some sort of chemical?
Or the sudden curiosity in insects.
Not in insects. Just we'll see later.
Ominous. I like it.
Sure.
There was a weird sailor doing bone charm stuff.
It seems like a pertinent detail to tell us before the bug repellent thing.
We don't care about bug repellent.
Not really.
You found someone who knew how to make bone charms. Like,
Yeah.
once they work.
I mean, maybe.
I mean that's sort of just a thing.
Did you learn anything from him?
How to make a bug repellent bone charm.
Uh-huh. There's a
That's
connection.
the only one.
That's the only one.
Yeah, that's the only one.
I
You have any
learned how to
thoughts of
make-
something that you'd like? Might be able to ask him if he know how to make a bone charm that does it though.
Or are you gonna go back and see him again?
If I have something to go back and see him about,
I'll come up with something. I'd like to go see him too,
may as well.
if you go back.
Oh, if you think maybe this was, he seemed to know an outsider.
Which one?
Called him the gambler.
Remember.
Said something about making people lucky.
That's a new name to me. Remember it.
All right. At this point, I think we are going to take a little break since we have probably an hour left in session. It is looking like next session is going to be the party session, but we'll see if we can get to it later
I mean,
tonight.
all we have to do is talk to the enforcers. I think we can do that, right?
And then plan. Because they're going to plan, right? You're just going to waltz in there? Without an invitation?
I thought that was gonna be
You
some
said
light
there weren't
planning and a lot of
invitations.
improv.
I know, there's not an invitation. Well,
I was feeling the improv.
Yeah.
Here's where we're gonna set up, and then we just go.
Yeah.
Improv.
Okay. We will still, however, take a break. So, see you all in 10, 15 minutes? Cool. welcome back. So, you all were on your way to the Teppan estate, correct? All right.
If the enforcers would be there now.
So I just,
Probably.
So-
That's a fair assumption to make.
where are we getting our like invitations to go to this place?
You just walk in.
Okay.
See, this isn't really a party. It's more of an exhibition. And
Okay.
he's going to want the most people to see it as possible.
Am I gonna
Obviously,
have
not
a
just anyone off
place
the
to
street.
switch into this?
We're not going right now.
Party's tomorrow evening.
Oh, okay.
Rich people just want to show off their expensive stuff to everyone so that they can prove that they're richer than everyone else or as rich as everyone else.
It's something along those lines.
That makes sense.
That is true.
I would do that.
They'll even let poor people wander in just to know that they're, poorer than them.
I don't believe that at all.
It's a bit of
But, sure.
posturing. But it does the trick, so.
Okay. You all eventually would pull up to the Teppan estate.
It does have a gate at the front. And you would see someone, an enforcer, standing by it. And he would call out to you all, which you're all in the carriage, so LG would probably respond first. He would say, "Oh, can I help you all with something?" Yeah. You know what? You guys can explain it, but can some of you come out of the carriage for a bit?
Lee's going to step out first.
And I'll come with Lee.
So, yeah, what can I help you with?
I'd like to talk to the enforcer in charge of security here.
Why?
We have a bit of a security concern that we've heard about, and
Who's we?
me and the people I'm working with.
Who are?
That's none of your business. I'm assuming this guy's a lower rank than I am.
Absolutely.
This
He
is
doesn't. He doesn't know you're an enforcer. To be fair.
Well, I have my coat on and my badge.
Okay. Did we say there was an official enforcer code?
No, but there's kind of a standard.
Yeah. Like wait.
It's not official, but it's kind of good.
Yeah, but you do have your badge out.
Yeah, I've got my badge out.
I mean, security concern for. Who's she?
That's none of your business.
Just an
So
associate
tell
of
the
Mr. Barrett's.
secretary that I'm here and that I need to speak with him.
Can I have a name?
Lee Barrett.
Okay, investigator. I'm not supposed to abandon the post.
Are you supposed to notify whoever's in charge if there's an emergency or something?
Why would there be an emergency at the front gate?
You still are supposed to have a way of contacting your immediate superior officers.
Yes, sir. Yeah. Well, I'll go let him know real quick.
All right.
Wait,
do that.
actually, hey, more! And he just yells towards the estate, and you'd see another, I was called protector, an enforcer there. Can you go let Piso know that, sorry.
Lee Barrett.
Lee Barrett is here about a security concern? Investigator Lee Barrett. Okay! And you would see that guy just go to the thing.
I'm a little disappointed you didn't start off with that, but I'll let it go.
Well, I'm sorry, I'm under orders. I'm not supposed to let anybody in.
Yes.
And
of
I
course.
should be at least a little bit dubious, shouldn't I?
Yes. I'm surprised you didn't call him right away, though.
Well,
Instead of considering abandoning your post.
Yeah, rat him out.
well, I was just thinking about the best way to go about it. I was considering my options.
You got there in the end.
Don't get in our way, and I won't report you.
Okay, I don't intend to. Go easy on the investigator. That's the head here. Don't make fun of his name. That's a bad idea.
What sort of man is he?
Well,
Tell us
he's
about him.
my boss, and he's like a boss. Kind of, likes ordering people around. Likes order, discipline, and nobody make fun of his name.
Full of himself.
Yeah, I'd say so.
What's his name?
Driven. His last name's Crap, with a K and two P's. We call him Piso. Don't call him that.
Sebastian, I want you to keep your mouth shut and not make any comments about his name.
You would see more the guy up at the estate actually walk on down with a man fairly portly, kind of balding, but sporting a comb over because he's denying the fact that he's bald. Walk out in a well-kept enforcer's uniform, or just suit, but with the probably a displayed badge. So, can I help you with anything, investigator?
Yes. I'm following a case right now. We have reason to believe that there is a thief that is after one of the artifacts that will be on display at the party tomorrow night.
Which artifact is it?
Do you have a spike on display? Black sort of spike that.
Right, yes. That will be included in the somewhat main exhibit. So, yes, indeed.
Alright. So we have reason to believe that someone's trying to steal it. They've been stealing other similar artifacts twice already, and we have very good reason to believe that they'll be striking tomorrow at the party due to their previous behavior and techniques involved in their thefts.
So, what are you asking for? Mr. Teppan is very intent on keeping this exhibition going, no matter the threat.
Of course,
We'd like to help you catch the thief if they come after your things.
in the end.
But we want the cooperation of your men for that.
Excuse me, who are you? I have Investigator Barrett's name, but not
I'm an
yours.
associate of Mr. Barrett's.
That's not a name, miss.
Lady Oberheiselkoller. It's a pleasure.
What organization do you represent? I've never heard of a title such as that.
Don't worry about it, it's not relevant.
Investigator?
We're working together for convenience right now.
Fair enough. Well, I suppose that, well, you want to be present at this
Yes.
to assist us.
Yes.
I'll never say no to any help. But what form does that help take? Because I understand you, but I don't know who you are, other than an associate. Is it just you two?
No. We have a bit of a plan. We've been considering having someone with an air rifle equipped with tranquilizers. Quite a good marksman, I can vouch for that. Lying in wait while the rest of us are on the ground keeping an eye on the particular location of the artifact. And as soon as we see someone try to take it, we tranquilize him as quietly as possible and take him away before too big of a disruption occurs.
Well, to be perfectly honest, investigator, I think we have security handled here for the night. We have about a dozen men around the entire estate. I think that should be plenty.
Is there any problem with being a little extra careful? It's your
Well,
hide
if I
things
should
go
be on the
wrong,
lookout
right?
for a thief, I would need personal details of every single person in your crew, as well as your badge number. You would have that, of course.
Yeah.
I cannot let you into the estate as of now, but
We only need to come in for the party. The only thing we're asking of you is for your cooperation if things do start to go poorly. It'd be quite the dashing maneuver if you were able to save Mr. Tebben's exhibit from a thief.
would be, and it's something we are entirely capable of on our own. Make a persuasion check. Lee Barrett, you're gonna have to lead this one. Yes.
I was gonna say the difficulty is gonna be 4, but with actually being an enforcer, you do have a bit of leeway. So difficulty is going to be 3.
Alright. Talk carefully, I guess.
I get to
Right.
reroll that.
Can I use a void point to reroll?
Yes. Any number of dice.
If you get a success, I can add to it.
Natural 20.
Oh, a complication.
Yeah, complication.
Okay. What's your badge number? Yep. I'm going to look this up. I cannot guarantee that I will allow your all's entrance to the party tomorrow. Or you can visit the exhibit, but I don't know what kind of angle you all are trying to pull, but something seems suspicious. We have this in hand.
Alright. Lee's gonna hand him this note. In case you make any arrests.
Fair enough. Good day.
Thank you. Good day to you too.
Well, I guess on the way back. Didn't go as successfully as I'd hoped it would.
It's to be expected. Not all the enforcers get along perfectly well. It's not as strict an organization as the military.
I could see it. Bit of a looser thing. Glad I ended up with one of the more reasonable ones.
Alright, so you all are heading back.
Mhm.
Um,
While we're leaving, Sab kind of looks out the window and, basically, and I don't know if he has any knowledge of like that would help him in this, but he's basically kind of looks over from what you can see of like the estate. Does he see like main weaknesses or stuff? And then like because he's worked with like a group that they broke into places a lot.
they did?
I mean, I'm guessing
I thought they were
did-
like mostly military.
they were kind of like a sting operation.
Oh, okay.
Like they would have someone make a plan and then they would like take out that. And so sometimes it'd
Okay,
be like
all right.
steal
Yeah,
items.
yeah.
But I mean, also they was just like, hey, you're gonna break this blockade, or there's these people coming, distract while
Okay.
things are happening.
All right. Make a study check.
Okay. So, I guess cleverly. Oh boy. Very cleverly. Okay, that's one success. Something.
Yeah. There's a lot of windows on this place. Brick walls. Does seem a little weird. The top of the building actually has looks to be a telescope on the top. Like part of the building, like there's an observatory on one of the turrets, I guess would be the word. It's almost like a castle structure, but a bit different, a bit more homey. You can see the main entrance from where you all are, and you would know that the Blackshard River is just across the way, right next to the house. But that is all you would know from a one.
Mhm.
So you all make it back to the Protector's facility. Do you all have any plans for the night, or I have some things to say, but give you all a chance for stuff first.
I'd say Sav just because of. Do you guys have a place to like wash up?
Oh yeah, we got several bathrooms, privy outside. Yeah, if you're looking for a bath, no indoor plumbing, unfortunately, but we got a well outside that you can draw a bath if you want.
Okay.
Please.
That's probably a good idea before the party, by the way.
Sav leaves. He probably smells. I feel like he takes care of himself, but he also is around blood a lot, it seems. So he
Yeah.
goes off.
We at night after everyone is going to bed, is
I will.
plans.
There will be some other stuff that I'm doing this evening, but what?
Okay.
Say that again.
Okay,
You're
after
going to.
everyone's going to bed, he has some things he wants to do.
Roger that.
We're gonna have to plan at some point, whether that's before or after.
Is Granger back yet? Or Grounder?
I thought that was a Barrettism.
Yeah.
But
It is a bit Barrettism.
he would probably arrive back after dinner. Yes. So, that is actually where we will pick off. Grounder would walk into the building, pull a pair of goggles off of his face. His hair is just completely swept backwards. You can see the imprints of the goggles just on his face. Just the sign of a really long ride. And you would see a bag in his hand. He would walk right up to Anton. Here you go. It is your bag. I am very sorry. I don't know the Void Fiend, obviously, but some of the paint's spilled, unfortunately, but many are intact. You built a sturdy bag. I'm going to bed. Shoot. Garner, we might need you for some planning. Can we do that in the morning? I'll just sit high and shoot the bad people. Good plan. Good night. And he would turn in. So you have your bag back and everything that was in it.
Well, that's surprising.
No Void Fiend. But I imagine with the paint that you bought, you have all and probably even some more paint than you did.
Wow.
Yep. He thought about buying originals, but he was just like, no, I remember where we were when I threw that off the place. I'll just go there.
That had a bunch of stuff in it. Mentally logs.
Okay. That's literally what happened as soon as you're like, I had all my paints in it. Where are we?
That's so cool of him.
Very nice.
He did roll a check for it. That was a difficulty of 4, and he made it.
Oh.
Oh,
Wow.
that was a whole process.
I'm impressed.
So I guess planning's in the morning then.
I guess so. I mean, we could just do the planning tonight and let... You know what? Yeah, that sounds good. Hey, Psych. And he would turn to Cyclone. I know it's like off limits, but you sure you don't want to show off anything to them? Well, I mean, it's supposed to be a secret, but... I mean, I did give that one guy the stun baton. Do you guys need any special equipment for this whole thing?
I had some ideas about that actually.
Good.
We were talking about putting someone with an air rifle up above to
Air rifle. What are you shooting? Rabbits? Oh,
tranquilize anyone who tried to steal the spike. But
yeah, but like air rifles. They're
it's
just
seeming like we're going to have to be in much more close and personal. So is there
Oh.
anything that you could get us? It's like not a dart with anything like that on it, but something a bit closer. Something we could probably smuggle in. Not sure exactly how much
you're
cooperation we're
looking
gonna
for
have.
like a knife or something?
No, for a syringe or something small
A
and
syringe? That's kind of bland.
well, what do you suggest?
Are
As
you
long
sure
as
you
it
guys
doesn't
don't need
hurt
like
us.
a rifle?
I mean,
Grounder could use an air rifle.
Okay, alright. Oh, that's good. He's used the Vibble before. Well. So you need something close and personal.
if we're gonna be among the crowd instead of up above, which it seems like is gonna be the case.
Reach your hand out. Like that.
Right?
Okay, that's probably too small for my prototype.
You there. Put your hand
No.
out.
No.
It's not allowed to have weapons.
We don't use weapons.
I didn't say it was a weapon.
Is it
What
a
is
weapon?
It's a weapon.
We don't let him use weapons.
Okay. Nice.
Mr. Barrett?
Okay, yeah, that's probably big enough. Are you gonna be wearing gloves?
Yeah.
Okay, all right. Well, I can show you the joy buzzer then. He would go down to the basement, which does have it's actually like a grated door that he would unlock, go down into the basement. The entire basement has a Faraday cage around it.
That's
But
how you know it's good.
that's right. He would come up with a. It does look like a prototype. Has not lots of loose wiring on it. But it would be basically there's a small box on the back of the hand, and there would be a circular device in the palm, and wires going through it. Okay, so basically this delivers a non-lethal burst of electricity to the target. Probably cover it with a glove on the way in, but you can't use it if there's a glove on top of it. So we are going to need to take it off if you want to use it on anybody. But close range, pretty easy at zapping someone. Is that the kind of thing you were looking for? Only got one of them, sadly.
That would probably work. How do you use it?
Well, you turn it on, and then you press it on something.
So, assuming I cut a hole in my gloves, could I use it with my gloves on?
I mean, yeah, but it might be a little hard to turn on. There's a switch spread in the back of the battery, but it also would look really precarious of just this I'm trying to imagine what the circle on the palm would look like, but does not fit in with the glove itself. Would look like, I don't know, some sort of dish.
Maybe
some
conspicuous
metallic
either
dish. Yeah.
This will do.
All right. Well, tell me how it works, and tell me if it there's a chance it might not deliver enough electricity to, well, render them unconscious, and there's a chance that it might render them ashes. So let me know if that happens. It won't.
All right.
You know what? Let me take one more look at it. Yeah, it looks fine. Hey, no. DM screen.
So he's
You don't have one.
Imaginary DM screen. You're not to look past.
it can go on the left hand, right?
Yeah. Either hand. Or
Alright.
both. Ooh, I should have known. Also, that's not just for, people. If you need to electrically power a device, you could be able to do it, theoretically. Don't know what you use that for. Overloading circuits, perhaps. But if you need it, there you go.
Thank you.
So you guys aren't going to be allowed to just take in your regular weapons in here?
I highly doubt it.
Hmm.
At the very least, we should be planning for if we can't.
Don't give up your contraption that you keep.
The
on your
presage. I'll try to hide it if I can.
Not if you dress this like that.
Look, this is a representation.
Okay, all right.
A representation.
Roger that.
I could not find the perfect thing in time.
That is fine. Okay. So that guy's just not gonna go out with any weapon? Nothing?
He's pretty good with his fists anyway.
own.
Okay.
Sav gives
Yes.
the guy, and this is probably slight influence, but gives him the look of, I have a cane and I'm expected to fight people. I don't know if he can
I mean, he gave you that cane,
Yeah.
but
like that. Or
discarded
crutch.
the shaped charge that was on the end of it, of course.
Yeah.
But
Yes, because he's not allowed to have weapons.
It's
okay,
going to be a distraction.
really? Okay. How are you gonna do that?
It's natural talent.
Yeah.
All right, fair.
So we know this man, this thief, likes to see things in commotion or a little bit of chaos.
Right. Yeah, that's what LG told me.
So we're gonna try and bait him out then.
With chaos?
Yes,
Well, with commotion maybe. Something that blends in, hopefully.
Sebastian.
Yeah.
You're already
If,
crippled.
Mm-hmm.
Imagine if a crippled man goes in and knocks a person over and they start fighting.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
Ooh.
we might want him to come in separately from us if that's the case. Don't want to get thrown out.
Yes.
I mean, you could just go in line and just act like you don't know each other.
I'm thinking that might be wise actually.
Huh. Okay.
Except we've already been seen together.
Yes, we'll be wearing masks.
Ooh, ooh, ooh. Masks. Yes, this is good. So, who's got the biggest mask? Yeah. That's
Probably.
me. Okay. Ooh, that's durable too. Okay. So, depending on where you guys are, I do have this little doohickey here. Headphones have been invented at this time, at like when the radio was actually created. It wasn't very long for those to be interviewed or to be invented. But you would see a very, very small device. It's not. It's
Yeah.
not a Secret Service.
Mhm.
What do you call those?
Yeah,
Earpiece. But it is a foam pad with a relatively smallish speaker that he would be able to disguise behind your mask. So this does require the localized presence of some sort of radio. It can't send its own signal. It has to be amplified by a local one. But if you
It
need
shouldn't
to
be
talk,
terribly difficult.
yeah. So if I have some extra radios lying around, if you
Well, I
need,
carry on with me.
you're gonna carry a radio just into the party.
She
It's
really
it's sort of just what I do.
do.
Actually, kind of like pulls with the shoulder strap a little. That pastry spice.
Your shoulders get tired. That thing looks heavy.
A little bit.
So you're just gonna carry that straight in.
Anyone who knows
Oh.
me won't have a problem with it.
All right, that's fair. Okay. Well, so we got that squared away. We can probably give Grounder a radio so he can interface with the. It'll go relayed through your radio into the earpiece. That way you don't hear, Grounder's distinct personality very loud throughout the party.
That'd be preferable. For sure.
Yeah. Okay. So, yeah, it should be everything. You sure you don't need anything, Distraction Man?
So I could only hear something, right?
Unfortunately, yes. I don't have. Wait, no. Okay, I got a microphone done by tomorrow morning. That's not hard.
Do you have any like flash powder or like
Choke dust?
like
I have so much choke dust.
yeah?
No,
It's not a weapon.
it's like
in case I need to like.
right, yeah, it's
be gone.
Smoke.
We don't want you to
sparkle.
be gone. We don't want you to cause more of a scene than the one we're staging.
Does call its people.
Hazel,
choke,
I have a
obviously.
like a leg
Okay.
that's hurt.
Yes.
Okay, if
I'm aware.
if I'm supposed to cause a distraction, and at some point things get bad, what do you expect me
Things
to
aren't
do?
going to get bad. We're not interrupting the party in that kind of a way.
Just knock him over, spill some paint on him, and that will be enough.
Oh, you two are gonna fight?
Do I look like a fighter?
Well, if you just start
I think
shouting
you're-
after
you're
something like
guys'
that.
plan, I guess, but
I mean,
No.
You could fight with a stranger.
I think that might be a better idea.
Again, he'd better come in separately.
Probably a good idea.
fun. All right, I've got
Do you
some work
have
to
any
do.
like colored dusts or something like that?
Sebastian,
I
we're
can
not
put some
trying to.
dye in the choke dust, but that's still gonna cause people to choke. Like for a bit, it dissipates.
Suppose he's carrying a flask of wine or some other.
Are we sure we should
drink.
give him alcohol?
I mean, there's gonna be alcohol at the party.
Oh,
Yes.
no.
Have him spill on some other stranger in the
Yeah,
party.
Yeah,
As a
absolutely.
promotion.
It's
Hopefully,
not difficult to cause a scene.
well,
Not for
I mean, hopefully they're not forgiving. You know, someone might just say, "Oh, hey, no worries, it's okay."
If that happens,
You know what?
pretend someone pushed you over.
You know what? I've heard about what kind of party this is. Yeah, they'll probably think that some great dishonor has been done to them, and that they're gonna sue the pants off of you and have your dog killed and your
Better not.
yeah.
Maybe you should stand by.
Oh wait, you haven't.
To intervene.
Are you bringing your dog with you
Of course.
to the party?
Yeah.
Do they have seeing eye
Great.
dogs in this
That's
world?
something I forgot that I totally was going to
Oh yeah.
Like,
A little
right.
bow tie.
Yeah.
Bill.
Do you have any?
No, let's retcon it. Let's retcon
Two
it.
notes. You got it.
Nice.
Honestly, you probably just use a regular bow tie for Bill. He's pretty big.
She's pretty
She-
big.
He's pretty big.
Do they have like?
How'd you name your dog, Phil?
blind
that?
Dishonored? Do they have dogs for the blind in Dishonored?
Probably. Yeah. That's probably pretty rare. But you could make a case for that.
Or we could just bring in a dog.
I mean, I have gotten this dog in places that she was not supposed to go.
Okay.
Sure.
How well behaved is he?
And
She.
She's very
She.
well behaved.
She.
She only bites people who deserve it.
Sab like
Ooh.
behind him.
She.
I have every confidence in your skills, Anton.
And you should have every confidence in Bill's too.
Why is your dog's name Bill?
Because that is her name.
Did you give it to her?
Yes.
Why?
Because
They sort of got a thing with names.
Like a bad thing with names, or
Not
like
really. Just a bit of a different way of looking at things. I wouldn't pry.
okay. I mean, I like different perspectives.
I mean, names are kind of arbitrary anyway.
Yeah.
Like you could call me Josh, you could call me Anton. It doesn't really matter.
Right. I go by a Cyclone for some reason.
What's your real name?
Oh, you can call me Eddie if you want. Eddie goes LT. No, we're supposed to use the code names.
I mean, the code names seem pretty arbitrary at this point too. What's so bad about giving out your name?
Might as well pull
Well,
his
I
feet,
mean,
LG.
listen, the argument would be that we don't know you guys, we don't trust you.
Well, you could just
Yeah,
decide to
please.
trust us, and then you could give us your names if you wanted.
Well, I mean, I just did. So,
So it works out great.
We
LG.
appreciate it.
or wait, shoot. Psych. Shh. Stop.
What's his name? What's LG's
Oh.
real name?
LG's real name?
Yeah.
Joshua.
Joshua.
No.
It's-
Yeah, his name isn't Joshua. No, that's up to him. I'm not just gonna like backstep someone. That's not
LG.
His
LG.
name's up to him. I like that philosophy.
Well,
To,
I mean, he decided LG. Because
Is
he's
that like-
so vain.
is it?
That's
is it
that's
accented?
not why I named myself that.
So why'd you name yourself LG?
It's a okay. You're gonna hate this. It's confidential.
No, it is not.
It is confidential.
You had to know people were gonna ask you.
You know what?
Why did you make your code name based on something that nobody's supposed to know about?
Well, ideally, there's not going to be the only people asking you about what the origin of your nickname or your code name is are fellow protectors. In which case, it's fine with me sharing that information. You're not protectors. Sorry.
Yeah,
You can call me Joshua if you want. That doesn't sound that bad.
Yeah, we're doing your guys' job way better than you did.
Excuse me?
empire
Sebastian.
fell and burned, and now we just have a bunch of idiots
Sebastian.
running around. I'm
Code
going.
names too.
He's getting a bit incendiary. Roll a dice for it.
Sad walks off.
They did have code name. Actually, I think. I'm not sure if Seth's
They did.
code name or not.
Sad's
That
walking
really
off.
matters.
Okay, all right.
Just clink, clink. He seems a bit upset.
Who pissed in that guy's drink? And then shot him in the leg and the shoulder and bit him in the
Wait,
thigh.
all those parts were.
We all did.
Yeah.
Well, I did stab him with a pencil, and it was my dog.
Ooh, you want your pencils to be more deadly? That is psycho.
How? Like in what way?
A very small explosive charge.
I think that would potentially mess up some drawing.
No. Like it can only be triggered by pressure.
Cyclone.
I put
Yeah.
pressure on my
Could I
pencil
get anything
when I
like that in
draw.
a fan or a handbag or something I would carry around?
Fan. I love it. Oh man, yes, absolutely. Like, do you want a pencil or a pen or?
Well, whatever would be convenient to carry around.
Right.
I would suspect.
Okay.
Something surprising.
I like a fan. That's cool. I
A
like
bladed fan?
Yeah, something like that. But
Whatever you
also
want.
explosive.
Okay.
Yeah. That's kind of my thing. I'm really big on the multiple uses of whale oil, but not.
Ah,
Multiple use of whale oil.
Can you guys like? Yeah. Oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah, nothing.
Can you guys like give me some concrete reason to trust you? Because I really want to show off everything I've invented downstairs.
Ren
It'd be
hasn't
fun.
told us to leave yet.
That's a good reason. LG. I mean, you're technically a protector, Cyclone. You can do what you want, but you know what Clause 4 says.
So do I, actually.
What's it say?
It says to keep things as discreet as possible and hide the truth.
But
Sure.
that sounds boring. Besides, showing us is only
Masculine
less
tensions.
discreet if we couldn't get down there by ourselves.
Yeah.
That's the point that you weren't aware that we were down there. And I'm sure at least one of us could manage that at some point. So this is an actually less discreet.
Okay. And I mean, there's confidential stuff down there that's locked away anyways. So, you'll just see the regular stuff.
Sure.
Same argument applies to that.
Okay.
It's
Well,
only as
I'm
discreet.
gonna put my foot down there because some of that is confidential because of other people. I can show you the stuff that I work on, but like
Maybe you could show
other
us
people's requests.
Well, why
that
don't you give
mirror
us the
that
tour?
Looking Glass is always looking into.
What's that?
Nothing.
Okay. First off, and he would lead you to the basement door. Everybody touch this. This is like this round metal sphere, just right outside the door. Just touch this. Everybody put your hands on.
At once?
Do it. Yes. Come on. This is important. Do it. Come on. Are you going down there?
He's looking around to make sure that it's not gonna like electrocute everyone once their hands are on
It
it.
doesn't look like there's any wires or anything coming on it.
He's carefully touching it.
Okay. Ha! All right. Well, look like idiots. Come on. And he would lead the way down the basement. It is indeed, the entire basement is surrounded in a Faraday cage.
This guy.
Um,
I love it, but I'm so annoyed.
okay. This entire area is surrounded first by the Faraday cage, then by brick, and it even looks like some of it is reinforced with steel beams. This is very, very safe area. That being said, there are whale oil canisters absolutely everywhere.
Give one a little. No.
Whoops. You would see what looks to be kind of a small chemistry lab with some graduated cylinders and other vials and beakers and whatnot. Though, it looks like the only chemical that is there is whale oil. You would see what looks to be something of an armory where those 12 stun batons are, as well as a very, very long
rifle-looking device is pretty much straight in front of you. You would see another Faraday cage inside a Faraday cage, locked. The inside is basically closed off, and you just see a sign up front that says Project Merchant Clipper. And that one is locked and labeled classified. Probably the biggest thing in the room, actually kind of looking like the metal ball that you all just touched at the top. That was literally just a random ornament he put on there. You see one much, much bigger, an entire pylon, if you will. And you also see on the very far side of the room, there is a very small firing range, probably like, honestly, 10 meters out to a target. And there's a series of those similar metal cylinders that you saw earlier, Lee Barrett. Okay. So, what to show first? Anything look interesting to you guys?
What are those cylinders over there?
Oh, those? Yeah. Do I want to use one? Yes, I want to use one. Okay. He would put it at the firing range. There's this small track, actually, at the bottom of it. He would attach the cylinder to this sort of carriage, I guess would be the word, on the track. Okay, stand back. And he would start a small timer on it, and it would just whoosh down the entire firing range. Rocketry.
Very cool.
Makes things go really fast.
That's it.
Well, yeah, but you can attach things to the rockets. Well, okay, listen, here's my big thing. So, Void Ray, right? It's great for, changing gravity and whatnot. That's what people have been using it for. But you have to make sure that it applies to two specific ends of a ship to make sure it doesn't, tip over and spin and crash. Or just spin in general. That's no fun. Unless you like that sort of thing. And it's also so slow. Have you seen those things? These are very small, very energy efficient. You could also strap one to a person.
You strap one to a person.
Yes, it tends to light people's legs on fire, so...
So it's a person you don't like then.
Yeah. And then their legs are on fire, and they just go into the stratosphere.
As fun as this is, maybe don't bring Santa.
Fair enough.
You attach one to an airship.
Oh, absolutely. That's my idea that I've seen some people working on. Some people have developed these things called pursuit craft, which are like much, much smaller airships for like one person. They use like a system of propellers to go fast. They're a lot faster than airships, small, but this is even faster.
Sounds ludicrous.
I think the big double cross messengers has a couple of one of those. They like to go, travel long distances and whatnot. Yeah.
Makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
How about the Project Merchant Clipper?
No.
No?
That's a project for Ren.
But
Oops, I wasn't supposed to say.
is it the wingsuit?
No,
Is it an enhancement for the wingsuit?
no. That's Project Schooner. This is Project
Ah.
Merchant Club. Come on,
Trying to keep up.
completely different. Oh, wait. You saw her wingsuit?
Yeah.
How'd it go?
It went perfectly.
Really? What'd you use it for?
To flee from a battle.
What? That's
No, not like. Well, she jumped out of a window to try to go take down a sniper, but
Uh-huh.
we'd already taken care of
But
him.
she couldn't until she landed, right?
Right.
She couldn't do anything in flight. Mm-hmm.
Is this a way for her to do something while she flies?
Mm-hmm.
It is.
It's
isn't it?
classified.
You've given it all away already. You might as well show us.
No. Listen, whether that's true or not, I just can't open that. Mainly because she has the key. But
Ah, And how do you work on it?
Epic works.
So you're saying piano?
Oh yeah,
Useful skill to have.
very.
Does Ren do tinkering then?
No.
So she put a half-finished invention in there and looked it up.
No,
you
it's
could
not her
work-
invention. It's mine.
Why does she
But
have
she's
the
the
key
key.
to it?
Because it's her project.
Sounds like it's your project for her.
Yeah. Right.
So it's not her project.
Okay.
So
All right.
she
It's
shouldn't
fine.
have a key.
Well, I mean, it's for her, so she has the right to it.
I mean, she'd have the
But
right to it when it's done.
she
as
doesn't
long
want
as
you to
you're
work
working
on it?
It's your
that?
project.
Oh, she does want me to work on it
Then why didn't you leave the key with you?
because she knows I pick locks.
What is the point of locking something up just to intentionally have someone pick the lock later?
I don't know. We just kind of mess around with each other here.
That doesn't make any sense.
Have a lot of you known each other for long?
What's that?
Have you known each other for long?
Ren, not so much, but I've known LG for a long time.
I've always wondered, how do you pick a lock?
Well, with practice and with very small tools. Yeah.
Could you show us?
I mean, there is a lock right over there. We
No.
don't have a key to.
Mainly because you just talked about how much you want to open a classified project.
No, we could use a different
Listen,
lock.
I'm smart, but I'm not that smart. But I'm also not that stupid. Sorry,
I wouldn't be surprised if Sebastian already knew how to pick a lock.
not this one.
I
So
don't
how do you
have
pick this
confidence in
What's that?
So how do you pick this one?
Well, you go to a lock store and you're like, yeah, I want that one. That's how you pick it. And
Oh, right, that's fair. Well, maybe that can be part of our bargain then. After we get you the third spike.
what? Bargain?
We're not helping you for free.
Ah, yeah. Not protectors. Okay. Hey, you. You've got a gun. You've got a big gun.
Yes.
Do you want to wield a bigger gun?
Bigger than my medium-sized gun or bigger than my bigger gun?
Bigger than your bigger gun.
I'll take a look at it.
Okay. This is actually what I'm going to give Grounder for tomorrow. Air rifle. Okay. We call this thing, we call it Vipple.
Vipple?
Vipple.
Why?
Right. It is a voltaic projectile launcher.
Huh?
Rapid velocities.
Why Vipple?
Well, it's VPL. Voltaic projectile launcher. Vipple.
I was thinking it has something to do with nipple.
This guy is 17. He's laughing at that joke. No, it does not.
This would be very
Nope.
Oh, yeah.
But just using a series of coiling magnets and a magnetic charge, we can actually send a projectile silently at extreme velocities or limited velocities if you don't want to turn them into a thin red mist.
How is that possible?
What's that?
How is that possible?
Magnets, electromagnets, whale oil. It's literally our gift from the void. Everyone's like, "Oh, we need magic." Oh, we can do so much with just whale oil.
What's a magnet?
The magnet? It's like you've never seen a magnet before? Here. He would take a, you know what? It's a cartoony U-shaped magnet, and give me your gun.
I'll give you my knife.
Okay,
Is it stainless steel?
it would check or it would stick.
Specifically? Oh, it's stainless.
Yeah, is it?
There is one particular type of stainless steel that magnets don't stick to.
No, it's not stainless steel.
Oh, okay. Good to know.
And it sticks. So this is a natural magnet. I don't know how magnets are built. I'm sorry. I know that there are naturally occurring magnets.
But he demonstrates and he
Right.
explains.
Yeah, and he demonstrates, and he would say that you can make a much more powerful magnet using electricity, an electromagnet.
Yeah, magnets are kind of boring because you just take a ferromagnetic material, which means that it can be made into a permanent magnet, and you put it under a really strong magnetic field. And then it's a magnet.
There you go. So magnets multiply.
Yeah.
Huh. Where do magnets come from? Okay, when a ferromagnetic material. Yes. So he would give you this rifle. It is quite big. Okay, I'm gonna disassemble a little bit because I don't want you to knock a hole in the wall. So it's on high power mode for lethal, but let's put it on the mode for grounder. And he would actually disassemble parts of the barrel and actually shorten it to about the size of your, actually long, your bigger gun. And he would give you basically, this works exactly like a single shot rifle in stats, but it is completely silent and has a much longer range. Well, okay, maybe not completely silent. You'd still hear a click and a bit of a, but that's it. Much.
It's silent.
Yeah. Okay, take a shot. It's like you can use it from a much larger distance, but I mean, just take a shot at that target right there.
It's one success.
Okay, that's your target shooting. It's fine. You literally pull the trigger, and the strangest thing is that there's little to no recoil on this thing. You just see this shaped projectile just launch straight out and hit the target. A little inaccurate, but mainly because this is probably the first time. This is the first time you've used such a weapon before.
What do you think, Mr. Barrett?
Fascinating weapon. I won't need it on the ground, but grounder probably could use it.
Yeah, he's quite fond of it, but I'm still working out some of the kinks, so didn't let him take it last time, but it should be done. Well, it'll be safe to use here in Jessamine, but not to take. So
Well, thanks for showing us.
yes. Ooh, and this big thing, and he would go to the pylon. This is an antique. This is the hands of Anton Sokolov and Pierre Joplin were both working on this simultaneously. The stun pylon. It doesn't work. I haven't been able to get that one working.
Does
But
it just electrify people?
yes, but like within a mile radius. Yeah. If you want to neutralize like an entire area, just bam. Again, you can also just vaporize people, but that's not good. Especially not with such a wide radius.
Use that at the park.
Well, it's not.
Everyone's unconscious. You just have to like go on the
Or
mask like,
vaporized.
who's the thief? Who's the thief? Who's the
We
thief?
don't know what the thief looks like.
Oh, don't all thieves like look the same?
No.
No, I mean he's an ebony pervasion guy, so he's probably, shadowy and like has a bajillion bone charms.
You can't tell that easily.
I mean, are you familiar with the ebony pervasion?
To some extent.
I just feel like if someone is from a noticeable organization and they don't want to be known,
Mhm.
it's very easy for them to just put on different clothes.
Concealment isn't as hard as all that.
Yeah.
So, anyway, tabling the idea of knocking out everyone at the party, which we're not doing.
Well, it is still on the table.
It's not fixed. I'm sorry. I can't. I need a lot more time to work on this.
More than today.
Yeah.
Well, then
Yeah,
I
that's
guess
too
it is
bad.
off the table.
Okay. I've shown you enough. I think that's it.
Well, thanks for showing us what you did.
Of course. Yep. Yeah, that's it. Ooh. I did also make an arc pylon, like a traditional arc pylon. But when it hits the ground, if it hits a particular metallic object, it hits at a certain pitch. There's a musician somewhere in. I think it's in Cloudcap now. Who's using it?
That sounds dangerous.
How very. You do not want to step and break that guy's rhythm.
Fascinating.
Okay.
Did I happen to notice how they opened the door to the basement?
Yeah. There was a lock that he picked.
Okay.
This guy.
Oh, it's just how it gets.
Everything's locked.
Okay.
There are no keys.
key.
I'll just steal your key. Joke's on you.
That's actually a great way to just keep practicing lock picking, though.
That's true.
I locked myself out of my house on purpose.
I've done that.
I think I might head up before too much longer. Be fresh for tomorrow.
All right.
Are the rest of you looking to do anything else before the end of the day?
Yeah, as you guys are leaving, Sab's actually at the doorway. And so it like opens up. LG, I'm sorry for snapping at you. I've had a bad day. It wasn't your guys' fault. You've been doing really good with, I mean, you have everyone kind of on your back and you're not gone yet, which is very impressive. And you have people who are doing really cool stuff. I am sorry.
It's all cool. But, I mean, listen, I get it that the Empire isn't really around anymore, but it's corny, but it's around in heart. You're all technically still citizens of the Empire, so we still protect.
So,
Unless you're, taking the order and shooting us instead.
What?
Well, Grounder. He's supposed to be shooting me, right? If I step out
Right.
of line.
If you were trying to kill Ren,
Is that the only condition?
yes.
What about the people that aren't from that area? Like,
What do you mean from that area?
what about like people who just weren't in the Empire ever?
The Empire was the entire known world? Well, there could be some stuff here in
About
Pandacia.
it doesn't mean that it's everything. What
Oh.
if someone walked in? Would you protect them or kill them?
There is no such person.
Not that you know of.
We know the world. We've charted it. There's nowhere else out, or no one else out here. There have been. Okay. I haven't read the reports. There might be some people in the interior of Pandacia, but if you go there, you'll die. So maybe don't
So
go there.
would you kill them?
No,
Would you protect them?
not necessarily.
So they are outside the Empire.
If they exist. But they don't just come and walk in, from what I've heard, if they do exist. So. Oh, also technically the Empire laid claim of Pandacia, so technically, if there was theoretically an innocent person that needs protecting from Pandacia, I would be allowed to protect them. But also that was kind of nullified in the Charter of 1851.
That's a lot of people to protect anyway.
Yeah. We're doing pretty okay so far. Pretty.
Well, for how many of you there are.
So,
so
apology accepted.
we're getting ready to go upstairs again.
Yeah, we are upstairs.
Oh,
Yeah.
oh. Well, on our
Oh.
way,
LG did not actually go down with you guys to the basement.
Oh,
but,
okay.
yeah.
on our way out, I wanted to take the rest of the sheet of paper that I had that I wrote my note on, and I want to roll it up and stick it in the, what do you call it, where the thing for the door goes.
Yeah. Okay. I know what you're referring to.
To like stop it
That's
from
not
fully
gonna
closing.
Make a stealth check.
Interesting.
That would be tinker carefully, I guess. Using stealth.
Yeah, let's say Tinker. Why not?
Reroll that. That's a complication.
Oh, not a bad.
Alright, that was 3 successes.
Okay, you get by. Papers in.
Well, good night to the rest of you.
All right, sleep well. See you all in the morning.
He's going to position himself outside of Heidel's door.
Mr. Barrett.
She'll probably after like 5 minutes think of that and like open the door and see him there.
Mr. Barrett.
Yes,
You know you need sleep too, right?
of course.
That
Of
you're gonna be
course.
a better bodyguard if you get it.
Of course.
You should go sleep.
I will.
You should go sleep now.
I will in a few hours.
You
I'm
should go
not tired
sleep
yet.
now.
I will in a few hours.
I don't want you to not take care of yourself.
I will. I've gone with much less sleep in the army and the war.
Doesn't mean you have to. We're in peace times. Can warrant a couple extra minutes.
I can sleep right here.
I'll be fine. Go sleep. Or I'll tell Max and Kenrick you've been harassing me. Not leaving me alone when I need it.
Not too close.
He's going to turn around and walk around the corner.
Do I hear his footsteps receding?
Perception check.
He's gonna try to fake the receiving sounds.
Move stealthily.
Do that
That's
thing
funny.
where you're like still moving, but you like step like less.
2 successes.
2 successes. What are yours?
6 and 11.
5 and a 4. So as you start trying to do that, she says,
All the way to bed, Mr. Barrett.
It's not far. The bedrooms are rather close. So the gents, I believe, were staying in. There's like a, I don't want to call it a barracks, but like the bunk bed area.
Or I'll
which
get
is
up and
very
check on you
close.
and lose sleep.
He's gonna let out a huff and go sit down on the bed.
Stabs on the bunk. He's just kind of there. He looks a little fidgety. And he looks at Lee and he's like, I gotta go get some of that water. He gets up.
Hold on.
Huh.
Wouldn't be happening to try. You wouldn't happen to be trying to go down to the basement, will you?
Oh,
Would you like to?
no. Unless I'm getting a weapon. If it's time for that, then sure.
I don't think you'll get a weapon, but you will get to pick a lock.
Okay, but I want to get some water from the lake. Like
There's a well.
3 bottles.
There's like a, okay, there would be a pump inside the house, so you could pump it from inside. You don't have to go outside to get water.
Okay.
It's not localized plumbing. It like literally goes underneath the house. So,
Okay.
but there's a cistern.
We'll go get the water. What's this?
I'm gonna go. Sab goes and, do you know where any bottles are? Bottled
There's a
lake water.
kitchen.
To the kitchen.
You want some Dasani? Dasani Dishonored.
Sunny does not.
we have a sponsor now.
So I'm guessing he just gets the
Yeah,
bottle.
No difficulty.
Just
Yeah.
glass bottles, or just any sort of bottle. He's gonna like put them in his person, so something that's probably try and make them not sound like make noises, so it can still be stealthy.
Okay. Yeah.
He's gonna take a rag, and if there's one available, and try to wrap around the bottom of Sab's crutch.
Yeah, that's easy to do.
Smart, smart.
Yeah.
So
Sab just kind of sticks a little in the hole and ties it off, and then heads
Yeah.
out
Yeah.
towards the lake, or he starts heading towards the entrance at least.
Alright, so I guess we're gonna go down towards where the basement is.
Make a study check.
Sneaking down to the basement.
Okay.
1 success.
He doesn't notice anything, and he has a complication.
Okay. All right.
Sab
You trip.
I tried.
You trip. And you make a little bit of noise. I want all of the rest of you to make a study check.
Oh, lovely.
So I was actually thinking before any of this happened that I would sneak down to the basement tonight.
Oh my
Yeah.
word.
Then go.
Make a
So I might
perception.
be like in
What's
the
that?
hall.
Yes.
That's 1 success.
1 success.
This does not matter at all, but I have 2 successes, so I just very much noticed. There's
Okay. You would need to hear it, unfortunately.
Sab starts like faking
You're
a
good.
cough. Jeez,
I'm too good a cop.
So
I'm gonna include that as part of it. Sorry.
sneak downstairs, I guess.
Okay.
Basement door.
Move stealthily, both of you. Separate checks.
3 successes.
3. Okay.
1 success, 2 successes.
Okay.
Can I roll something to determine if I would potentially like
already up.
Trying to sneak down there while they're down there.
That's a weird thing. I don't know what you'd roll, but like, if you want to roll something to decide whether it's like 1d20 and under 10 is you're doing it, and over 10 is you're not. Is that the kind of thing you're looking for?
I was planning to do it,
Yeah.
but I just was thinking like with the timing, I hadn't thought about specifically when,
Yeah.
and now it feels like metagaming if I just say, "Oh yeah, he walks down the road."
Yeah. I like the dice roll. So roll any dice. Odds, you're down there. Evens, you're not, or you're going after them.
9.
Okay. Odds. Okay. So I will say you would have heard somebody trip. Then you were probably up and like aching to go. So if you want to go pursue, you can.
Okay, I will.
Move stealthily, please. Quietly. Quietly.
Let's see. That's definitely one success.
Okay. I'll keep that in mind.
Wait, maybe I should use. Okay, I'm gonna make it a critical success.
Okay. Two
Um,
successes.
Yeah, just because I have
You didn't see that.
Alright. So we get in there, I guess.
Just before or after you guys open the door and start walking down, Anton, you would come up behind them. You wouldn't see him initially, unless you're keeping an eye. You know what? Yeah, you do see him. You guys are working together anyways, so.
Seb just kind of turns and looks at you and was like, he seems low in spirit. Wow.
So we sneak downstairs to the door.
Okay. I kind of infer that you were already heading down into the basement. That's where you all met. It is fairly dark. There's only just a very, very small faint glow from the whale oil tanks surrounding the entire place. It's a little hard to see because of that, but you all do make it to the ground floor. What are you doing?
Go straight for the box that we weren't supposed to open.
Okay. All right.
And Lee's also brought his repair kit and things
Yeah.
in
Okay.
case we need it.
Yeah. What is, you were mentioning it, I forgot what it's what are those cage things? What is that?
Okay. It's called a Faraday cage. It's basically to prevent electromagnetic or shoot. Can you define a Faraday cage for me, please? It's like to keep the electricity in.
Okay.
I think it does both electromagnetic waves if it's designed right, and potentially just electricity.
Yeah.
Just because electricity is probably easier to keep in,
Right.
because the resistance
Cage.
would be so much less if it just goes
Yeah.
in the cage.
Okay. So you are trying to crack the lock. Are any of you helping?
Yeah, or you know how to crack a lock, right?
No,
You could assist if you want to.
I could try. I have
Finger?
reaches into tinker tools. Am I allowed to drink alcohol at the party? Or have? All right.
Are you talking about this right now? Okay. Well, here's the thing. You would say this. Anton, you feel something very, very, very hot behind you. Like it is literally on fire. And all of you would see a yellow glow. And you would hear, "What the void are you guys doing down here?" And that is where we are going to end session this week.
Who was that?
I will say from the voice, it's Eddie. It is Cyclone.
That's fine.
Just to let you guys know, he did say he was going to be working down here all night.
Oh, yeah.
In the dark. That's probably why we
Yeah.
didn't go later.
He was working in a separate lab. That's kind of disconnected. All right. Thank you all for joining us. We will see you all next week, hopefully. Thank you.
Maybe we'll find